Good afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports Studios. I'm Joseph Bonanno. The Tennessee Titans made 2 picks in the first round of the 2026 NFL Draft, selecting Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate with the 4th overall pick, and trading up to select Auburn edge rusher Kendrick Faulk with the 31st overall pick. After the trade, the Titans no longer have a scheduled second-round pick as of now, and their next pick will come in the 3rd round with the 69th overall. Night 2 of the draft begins tonight at 6 o'clock, which is when Titans radio draft coverage has you covered right here on The Zone. College hoops news today. Tennessee star freshman Nate Ament declared for the NBA draft last night, meaning his time as a Vol has come to an end. But Rick Barnes continues to work in the transfer portal as Kennesaw State transfer forward Brendan Liu has committed to Tennessee. Liu was named the Conference USA All-Defensive Team, averaged just under 11 points and 5 rebounds per game this past season. For our foundation repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Friday. It's finally here. Weekend, man. What a long week.
Friday!
Is that what it is?
That's right.
We're at Titan's house.
I like this setup, man.
This is really, really, really cool.
We're in like a
Especially
living
in this
room.
little room we in.
We're in like a living room section.
I like this room.
601 Taylor Place. They've got valet out front.
Zephyr's in there?
Is that Zeph that let the music play for 12 hours?
Zeph just letting the music roll.
What's up, guys?
I thought it was Ross in there. I'm like, what?
Ross Johnstone is everywhere.
We haven't really explained how challenging yesterday was to Zeph and how grateful he is to not have been a part of any of that.
I mean, I almost cussed on air.
Yeah, it was.
That's about where we were. Poor Ross. I thought he
Don't
was
do it
gonna have a
today,
heart
because then
attack.
I actually have to hit the dumb button.
It was an absolute Shiano show, and that's all right. At least the day got better. 2 first-round draft picks for your Tennessee
How about
Titans.
that? When you have major roster needs, to come away with 2 first-round picks, just in general, before you start to even evaluate them, elevates the roster, theoretically, right? I mean, there are hits and misses. Nothing's perfect and all these things. We all know that from watching this team draft. Mm-hmm. The thing to remember, though, is, to me, I'm not telling y'all what to do, but for me.
Don't you tell me what to do.
For me, I look back at Borganti's draft last year, and I look at the first round this year, and I know a lot of people were upset about the Carnell Tate pick because they start having Corey Davis memories in their head and all those things.
He ain't Corey Davis.
He's not Corey Davis.
By the way, shout out Corey Davis. He still lives here.
Let me just go ahead and oh, he's the best.
He's
Corey
the
Davis.
best.
He's the best.
Him
dude.
and his wife, their little one was in swim lessons at the same time as baby Babs.
Yeah.
So shout out Corey. We love you.
Incredible dude. We have a whiteboard for that, and that honestly in life that's the most important thing. But we all get caught up in the minutia of all the draft things and memories and Titans PTSD or whatever it is. Here's one thing I want to say about Carnell Tate. There you go. However you want to say it. One thing about Carnell Tate I want to throw out there in the very beginning. You know how many drop balls he had last year? Titans had like 88. Something like that. 68 or 88, some big number ending in 8.
I'll give you the NFL answer.
If you're watching online, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
You can see Don Davenport giving
the same amount of film study that Johnny Manziel did in the NFL. 0.
He only had 4 drop balls in 3 years at Ohio State.
Yeah.
And I get it's easy to say, and I did it last night in the initial video, was like, okay, this is a number 2 receiver on his college team.
Which means he's drawing number 2 coverage.
Right. And so then, you know, you're wanting him, theoretically, to be the number 1 here. Mm-hmm. The one thing I started thinking about, he was number 2 because Jeremiah Smith's on that roster.
Right.
Yes.
If Carnell Tate's on any other team in America, he's the number 1 option.
Yeah.
According to a lot of NFL boards. So we'll dive into that. They trade back into the first round. Kendrick Faulk defensive lineman from Auburn. We talked a lot about him. Babs immediately hit the text strand.
WD for Babsy.
I was so excited. And then I was like, okay, I can't be that annoying Auburn fan who's like excited that one of her own is now on her pro team's roster. Like, I can't be that. But then I was like, no, I'm going to be that for a second.
It's okay.
Just a second. I'll get over it. But war damn Eagles. So, of course, I immediately hit my Auburn peeps. I'm like, all right, give me the juice, the gossip, the inside stuff on him. Do you want me to read?
Yeah.
Just kind of a
While you look for that, I do want
generic.
to let people know Greg Kosell is nice enough to come on here in the next segment to break down these two picks, film study on these two picks. So we'll do that specifically with him in a minute. But, yeah, your Auburn peeps said what?
Yes. Great kid with like 8 exclamation points.
Okay.
Incredible locker room culture guy, especially when things were tough here,
Which was all the time.
which was last year. Yeah, actually, probably the last 2 years. So incredible culture locker room guy. Can play multiple positions up and down the D-line. Extremely long wingspan. Don't have a lot of off-the-field nuggets. He was pretty private. He was all about ball when he was here. And then the SID pointed out, like, his father passed away. We saw him honor him on the red carpet with his picture inside his suit jacket, raised by a single mom. His brother is actually on Auburn's roster right now and is going to be a huge piece for Auburn there as well. So just an Auburn family, baby.
That's interesting about his dad because Carnell Tate was raised by his mom. His mom was gunned down in a drive-by shooting in Chicago in 2023. So he honors her. You see the highlights and stuff, and he blows a kiss. That's what that's for. That's for her. I mean, piggyback that. By the way, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
Yeah, I ain't get to have one either, man.
Yeah, you were supposed to bring me some.
I know, I'm kind of ashamed of myself.
Hey, can y'all turn Slay up, please? Somebody.
Turn him up.
Moses.
Show ain't got no roof. We got an Auburn Tiger.
What did you say, Zeph?
Gonna get after the quarterback. What do you think, Slay?
Hang on. What did you say, Zeph?
He said we're all low.
I need all of y'all's mics turned up.
He said
just
turn
a
us
bit,
all
please.
up.
Yeah, I knew
Okay.
my film mic.
Get turned.
Well,
Go
to
up
be
on my
fair,
mic.
Slay can't put the headset on properly, so the mic kind of goes all over the place.
No, but I'm that's why I figured it out. Like if I just hold it like this, like I'm on a telephone, the old school telephone. This is kind of like what I'm doing right here. Yeah.
You do look like you're on an old school telephone.
I am.
love
I am.
it.
I'm calling in.
He
to
does
the show.
look like that,
I
doesn't
get
he?
it. Yeah.
What y'all
All
doing?
right, to piggyback off your thing, from Mike Herndon, Carnell Tate was an academic All-American. He was also a distinguished scholar in the Big Ten.
Okay.
Like the one guy that got that award, that was him. 3.7-ish GPA. Kendrick Faulk was a captain and the first true sophomore in Auburn history to be selected to represent his team at SEC Media Days. We didn't get a chance to talk with
Saying
him,
a lot,
unfortunately, but
Because
that
he
is
was
saying
the
a lot.
coach then, and he doesn't do that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we went back and looked. We couldn't remember, but Zeph said we did not speak with him. That
We must have talked to a Falk from
Kevin
LSU or something.
Kevin Faulk, like back in 1990.
No, because I remember specifically bringing up at SEC Media Day, dog, with this last name, you got to be related to the Falks.
That's
Oh,
right.
I'm
that's
telling
right,
you, it might have been Kendrick Faulk, dog. I don't remember another Falk. You remember another Falk we talked to?
Dude, I can't
I
remember.
remember
what
bringing
I ate.
this up.
Did we
though.
talk to him 2 years ago?
It might have been two.
Yeah.
I remember bringing it up. It's like, dude, are you related to, and how did you get to Auburn? That's got to be what it is. I'm telling you, that's got to be what it is.
Hey, Zeph, pull up last year's.
No,
year
we didn't
before.
talk to him
SEC
last year.
Media
It
Yeah,
was
year
the-
before last.
Oh, it was year before?
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
That name, you know, come on, we SEC with a Falk name,
Yeah.
that carries weight.
Yeah.
Carries a lot of weight.
well,
I mean,
I'm
I mentioned
excited.
Kevin Faulk.
We
Marshall
get-
Faulk, San Diego State.
That's a pretty good one. We get to talk to both of them in person.
Yeah.
I mean, not in person, but like we get to talk to both of them during the
live.
show live
Live,
today,
Yeah.
which is pretty exciting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be together, right?
Yeah, both first-round picks will be on the show together.
I wonder
Three-way
how,
works.
like, that's different, right? Usually you're a first round pick and
Well-
it is all about you. Now there's two of them. They're
Right.
doing all this together.
And I really didn't think about it last night, but when the Titans put out the video of them walking into the facility together, that's
Yeah.
when I was like, oh, that's a completely different experience.
I like it.
I mean, they are
You do?
tied together forever.
Yep, it takes a lot of the pressure off of it. It takes a lot of the responsibility off of it. Imagine what the number one the number one. Yeah, I'm real low. I'm real low.
Bumps layup.
But imagine how much it was on Cam last year. Of course, he was a number one overall pick. But anybody that's a first round
and
pick,
a quarterback.
But you got to take that all upon yourself. Like, you don't get no break. You know what I'm saying? At least they splitting the time in the conversations with people. You got somebody to keep you company. You learning as you go. I like that.
And it's an offensive and a defensive guy, right?
You know what I mean? The last time we had it was with Joe Milton and Hendon Hooker. And I thought that was pretty good, even though they had different
when we had two on at the same time, yeah.
Yep. So I think
they had a cool relationship too.
Yeah, too.
Well, I did hear in the presser today that they met playing hoops somewhere at some event, and I think Carnell won that one, right?
Yeah.
So are you going to
go?
There we go. There we go. Are you going to boom room them together?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and if you missed last year, we had Cam Ward on live from the event, and it was awesome, and he was incredible.
Yeah.
His family was awesome.
And just so you know, going in, we understand that a lot of reporters are asking these guys questions about, the Titans and the roster and how'd you get here and all these things.
The team and the fit.
We're going to use this opportunity to get to know these guys and give you a little backstory on them from them, and
we'll sprinkle in some scheme questions.
We will. But it's an honor to be able to talk to the first-round pick.
We'll 3HL this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. A lot of people talking about 4.53 40. I looked. Devontae Adams was 4.56.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't define you.
Right.
So I think the no drops thing, and if you watch his tapes, he extends his hands on every catch. He's very technique sound.
Goes and get it.
Great routes. The one thing is that we've heard from people is that he doesn't necessarily run past people.
Right.
But he's a very physical guy, contact catcher.
Yep.
And, is he a 1? Is he a 2? I don't know. Hopefully, the first thing I think about when that question comes into my head is hopefully Calvin Ridley is healthy this year.
Yes.
And then they can both just be out there with Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot. And let's go.
And then find out, yeah. So, obviously, I did not watch a ton of Carnell tape or whatever coming in because, honestly, I was surprised that they went there at 4.
Graziano is the one guy yesterday that said Titans are going either edge rusher or the highest-rated receiver they have on their board.
CJ2K was the only one picked it with Jim.
He did.
I freaking love CJ2K. Of course he would, right?
CJ2K.
Yeah. So anyway, I have this very cool tool that ESPN gives all of the college football reporters in crew where I can basically populate every single snap he took last year. So awesome. I sat there for an hour last night and then today and watched, looked at, the knocks on him and then watched every single one of his snaps. I didn't watch every single one from last season, but I watched a bunch. And the 40 time, this is what stood out to me. He looks faster than what that tells you.
That's what Blaine was saying after he went back and looked at the tape. Just like you said, he said some guys are just faster on the field than if you ask them to run a straight line 40 with no uniform on.
Yep.
So, and this shows everything. It shows even when he didn't get the ball, when he wasn't targeted. And I like the pick. I was impressed, and I felt like he still got past people. He still ran past people. It wasn't. No, Kosell was honest. He was like, listen, he's vertical threat guy. He's not yard after catch guy. He's vertical threat. But that's exactly what the film showed.
And combat catcher. But yeah, he's not going to run by people necessarily. But he kind of does. Yeah. I'm just saying what Kosell said. But but when you watch the film, 6'3", 195, just turned 21 years old in January.
I love that part. 2024
national champs ran Tennessee in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got to ask him about that one, Slay.
No, well, don't. I saw it. I saw exactly what he did.
You were there. Versus ranked teams last year, Carnell Tate, 5 games against ranked teams, 18 receptions, 254 yards, 3 touchdowns, 14.1 yards per catch. He's from Chicago. Freshman and sophomore season, he was in Chicago in high school. Lost his sophomore season to COVID. Didn't play. Went to IMG for his junior and senior years. 5-star recruit.
Yeah.
I read that he was looking at Ohio State, Tennessee, LSU, and Bama, among others. Had 36 scholarship offers. But Big Ten Distinguished Scholar Athlete Award, Academic All-American. That's Carnell Tate.
Yeah.
let's go ahead and do this. Let's take a break, and then we'll get Kosell in here to break down these two guys and build off of that. So we'll use Kosell as the foundation to kind of have a discussion about these guys. And then, again, Kendrick Faulk and Carnell Tate will be on 3HL today. Stay tuned. I don't have a hard time for that, so just listen. Rip the knob off, as Bab says.
Rip the knob off.
3HL from Titans House, 104.5 The Zone. Spring is the season to gear up, and there is no better time to upgrade your equipment and save big at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply during Toro Days. Now through May 17th, take advantage of special savings on Toro walk mowers designed for big-time power, long-lasting durability, and easy operation that works just as hard as you do. Whether you are a landscaping professional or a serious homeowner, Toro delivers the performance that you can count on. And when it comes to quality equipment, replacement parts, and expert advice, there's only one place to go, where the pros go. Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply with 7 convenient Middle Tennessee locations, including Nashville, Bellevue, Murfreesboro, Brentwood, Hendersonville, Mount Juliet, and Franklin. Help is always close by. Stop in today or shop online. DickensSupply.com. That's DickensSupply.com. Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply. Go where the pros go.
All right, happens all the time. You go buy a hotel room or something, a ticket online, and then all of a sudden you check out and there are a bunch of ads. Okay, y'all, I think I got caught up talking about my favorite people at Two Rivers Ford, so I'm going to finish talking about my favorite people at Two Rivers Ford, because here's the deal. They're the best. Salespeople don't work on commission. They're just there to help you, and they are awesome. We have bought multiple vehicles from Two Rivers Ford, and at Two Rivers Ford, the price you see online, you go find a car, guess what? That's the price you pay. Everything's transparent. They don't surprise you with some added cost or accessories or service plans you didn't expect. It's just honest pricing from a family-owned dealership. There is a reason Two Rivers Ford has been Middle Tennessee's award-winning Ford dealer for decades. They're local, they're honest, they're real, they're the absolute best. Go see them in Mount Juliet. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
3HL 104.5, the Zone broadcasting live from the Titans house. They've got Hattie B's, little chicken sliders. They've got various temperatures as well.
Ooh.
It's slaying spicy food. You pick and choose your spicy foods, what you do.
That's because I got to go sweet. If I go sweet and spicy, or sweet and
You
hot,
need the combo.
Yeah, I got to have something to offset me.
That combo is good. We all three have new Titans jerseys thanks to
That's right.
Nate Bain and the guys over at the Titans. We really appreciate that.
We look so cute.
You think so?
Yes. I love this color.
This is us.
I am
picture is gonna be
in love with this new uniform.
Yeah. You have Babsy on the back of your nameplate.
What you got on the back of yours?
I have Mayor. What do you got?
Slay.
Downtown
put big
funky
Slay.
stuff. Malone says, hold up in all caps. What jersey is Slay wearing? Who did he curse?
Oh, nope. He quit. He gave up.
Yep.
He's cursing himself.
He got Slay.
Now,
This time he got Slay.
And I told the person that wrote that, I wrote, I got his jersey. So you better be careful crossing the street because I cursed him.
Titans now with no second-round picks. They have a third-round pick, pick 69.
Who
so
needs it?
we got to wait. My guess is they move around a little bit. They've got 3 fifth-round picks.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. But second round and third round tonight on ESPN.
Okay, let's talk to Kosell, and then I'll hit this.
Yes, Greg Kosell joins us on an off day for us and him, but nice enough to hop on a Friday post-first round. Kosell, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing okay, guys. How are you?
Doing well. Did you have fun watching the draft last night? Any big surprises for you?
There's never surprises for me, guys. I've been doing this a long time, and I'll tell you why. Because the bottom line is, I don't know what teams' draft boards look like. So when they draft, I guess I'm different than other people. I actually assume that people that do this as their jobs all year round, kind of more often than not, know what they're doing. So for me, there's not really surprises.
At Greg Kosell on X. All right, let's start. So what we're doing is Kosell nice enough to come on to break down the 2 first-round picks the Titans took yesterday in more detail, and now after they select them, what did Carnell Tate's film show you at Ohio State? I know he had no drop balls last year. That was a good stat.
Yeah, he's got vice grip hands. What I did this morning, just because so many of these guys I watched, a number of months ago. So what I did this morning is I went back and I kind of revisited Tate and Kendrick Faulk. So, and it's funny, you watch them and it doesn't change your opinion, but you come up with different ways to express what you're seeing, which is really what I wanted to do. I knew I wouldn't change my interpretation of what I saw on tape. What I thought, here's what I ultimately said about Tate after I watched him again this morning. I said, he is a smooth technician and subtle, refined route runner with great hands, whose smoothness and easy fluidity had an explosive feel to it, with a skill to manipulate corners, allowing him at times to win over the top. Smooth, controlled efficiency. That's the way I feel about Tate. And he catches everything.
When you talk about smooth, kind of elaborate. What do you see when you see smooth receiver?
It's a visual thing, Don. It's the way his body moves, the way he runs routes.
Fluid. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very fluid. To me, he's at his best. He's kind of a straight line strider. He stays within his frame all the time. Everything looks easy. So he's at his best running those kinds of routes. He's not a sink your hips kind of guy. He runs, the routes that keep you in a straight line, slants, go routes, post routes, over routes, crossers. They're kind of roll over speed cut type routes. But he just looks very fluid and easy doing it. But he really knows how to run routes, and he's a terrific ball tracker. And he catches the ball very, very easily. We talked yesterday about stepping on the toes of corners.
Yes.
That's how he gets vertical. He doesn't get vertical because he's fast he's not Jamison, Williams. He's not Jalen Waddle. He's not those guys. He doesn't have that kind of straight line speed, but he knows how to run routes. He knows how to use his vertical stem in his routes to attack corners, and that's how he gets on top of them at times. So he's not a true vertical dimension in terms of, wow, look at him go. But I think at times he can get on top of corners because he knows how to manipulate them with his routes.
We made a comparison to Devontae I did, and it could be way off, but made a comparison to Devontae Adams just because I saw the Titans fans immediately start talking about the 4.53 speed, and Devontae Adams was 4.56.
Did you really make that comparison, Brent?
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think about it, Kosell?
You would have fun with me.
I don't need to think about it because here was the last line I typed in my transition after I watched him this morning. Is there a legitimate comparison to be made to Devontae Adams coming out of Fresno State as the 53rd pick in the 2014 NFL Draft? Yeah. Adams had more of a physical presence than Tate.
Okay.
So I kind of saw that as well.
That's
See,
interesting.
and the thing is, I hope people understand when I say that, they're probably thinking Devontae Adams now because he's probably going to be a Hall of Famer. And who knows what Tate's future is going to be. We don't know the answer to that. But I was thinking of Devontae Adams when he came out of Fresno State. Mm-hmm. Because Adams, I think, I looked him back up his athletic testing measurables, and I think he ran a 4.51, which is about the same as Tate's 4.53. Okay. So in terms of pure straight line speed, it's basically the same.
So it's interesting, Kosell, because I heard this. So I took in the draft in the stadium with fans, and there was a lot of surprise at the pick at 4. And then people were saying, oh, but he's a number 2 receiver at Ohio State. So he drew, 2 coverage, and that's why he was successful. Like, as a film evaluator, what do you say to that?
You know what? To me, that's not really relevant because I'm looking at the player and his traits and his attributes. Yeah. And by the way, the NFL game has changed. There's not that strict delineation anymore between a number 1 receiver, a number 2 receiver, because there's the way that offenses run now, there's so much pre-snap movement. There's so much more formation variation. There's so much more what we call reduced splits or cut splits where receivers line up closer to the formation. So this idea of years ago where you had an X receiver who lined up, to the boundary, and you had a Z receiver who lined up to the field, and you had just a slot receiver, and that's all he did. Those days are kind of, I'm not saying that never happens. Of course it does. But that's not the way pass offenses are put together in today's NFL. So, this idea of being a 1 or a 2 or, I saw some people say, how do you draft a receiver in the first round who was never the number 1 receiver on his team? That's not really relevant to me. You have to look at what the player is and then project and transition him to the NFL. And I think I told you guys yesterday that he would have been my, even though I don't make lists, he would have been my number 1 receiver in this draft.
Greg Kosell with us at Greg Kosell on X, normally on Thursdays at 4:20, but breaking down the 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, Kosell hopping in with us. Kendrick Faulk, when you look at him size-wise, Kosell, him moving inside, outside, is that similar to when you talk about the effectiveness of it, similar to like what it would be like when you're saying the ZY, the wide receivers, those guys moving, the same thing to the D-line? You're not seeing that bulky 6'5", got to be 310 to be a run stopper, but moving across the line of scrimmage along with a guy like Jeff Simmons.
Well, that's what he did at Auburn. Probably more of his snaps came on the edge, the higher percentage, but they moved him around quite a bit. He's a power player. He's a great example, and you have to watch. I guess, watch a lot of tape, as I've done for years and years, to know what this difference is. But he's a classic case of a guy that's athletic but not explosive because he's a power player. But he moves really, really well. He's got heavy hands. He's got tremendous length. Again, watching him this morning, I watched some more games this morning. I started to think of him now that I know where he was drafted. I started to think in terms of Robert Saleh and what he's had in the past and how he's used players. So I started to think in terms of someone like Arik Armstead, someone like Mikael Williams, who was with the 49ers as a rookie last year before he got hurt. players that can line up outside and can line up inside, depending on the personnel you put out there and the down and distance and, all these other factors that weigh in as to how you want to, deploy your people. But Faulk can line up, again, he's only going to be 21 years old in September. So whether he's ready to play and, play 50 snaps a game week one, we don't know the answer to that. But if he's ready to be a starter in your base front, boy, do they have a big base front, because they'd have Jermaine Johnson and Faulk on the edges. They'd have Big Jeff and Franklin Myers inside. That's a big front. Now, whether Faulk at this point plays as a pass rusher, he'll develop into that. But that's, that remains to be seen. Like I said, he's only going to be 21.
Big Jeff got his help he wanted, right?
There's a phone call between those two online that's really great. And Big Jeff at one point said, "We'll overlook the fact that you went to Auburn."
Well,
that was funny.
He's a fascinating player because of the size. I mean, he's almost 280 pounds, and he's 6'6". He's got incredibly long arms. I watched him last summer and of course this year, and I would say overall, with what I think he can become, and that's the other thing, you have to keep that in mind. Everybody wants these picks when you're a fan of a team to come in and be phenomenal right away. Phenomenal. But whether, like I said, he's young. But I've heard from a lot of people that he's an incredible young man, that he does everything the right way. So, and I'm sure that factored in as well, because, that's what you want in your building.
Yeah, that's what Dawn heard from her Auburn people. One thing, Coach Mack, rest in peace, used to talk to us about maybe the most overrated stat is sack total for player. And he doesn't have a high production statistically in terms of sacks necessarily. But what I saw in film, and I don't have the eye that you do, very disruptive player and is in the backfield pretty quickly.
Yep. And, it's funny you say that, because a lot of people, and I saw this on social media, leading up to the draft, not knowing who would draft him, that, you can't draft a guy in the first round who had 2 sacks. Well, as soon as I see that, I know that person's not watching tape, because I watched 7 games this year, and he wins. Like, for instance, the last game I watched, which was this morning, was their last game of the season, which was against Alabama. And he had some great matchups with Caden Proctor. And, you're talking about 2 first-round picks. So you'd expect both guys to have good snaps, which was the case. But there were snaps where Faulk was aligned as a wide 9, and he rushed versus Proctor, and he just shoved him back. Now the ball could have been out, which it was. So he doesn't get a statistic, but you got to watch the plays. That's why it takes me so much time to do this. And that's why as soon as I hear people talk about stats as the first thing they say, I immediately know that they're not watching tape. You got to watch the games. You got to watch all the plays, so yeah, would you like to see him get more than 2 sacks? Of course you would, but that's a number on a page. You got to watch the plays.
Yeah, and it's interesting. One thing that popped out to me watching him last night is like the secondary rush, so to speak, like when the quarterback handed it off and he's initially in a pass rush and then he either spins back or stops and nails the running back in the backfield or changes the play.
That was the point I was making earlier about the difference between athletic and explosive. He's very athletic. He's just not what we call sudden or twitchy. It's and I'm sure I hope people can visualize that. And we talk about that at a lot of positions. And it's something that I had to learn over the years watching tape, because when you start watching tape, which I go back to 1992 watching tape, you have to learn a lot of how to watch and what you're looking for and what the difference is between a lot of things. And sometimes you get it wrong. And I'm sure I've been wrong, not, many times. It's just the way it is. At the end of the day, guys, with all the sabermetrics and analytics and all these, numerical websites, it still comes down to human beings evaluating human beings. You got to watch a guy play football.
Yep, and you need somebody that knows it watching them. So you're exactly right, Kosell. Watching him, man, watching Faulk, it seems like he's one of those meet you where you are type of guys. Violent hands, able to shed guys, and it was very seldom did I see during the highlights, and mind you, I was watching highlights, did I see guys get into his body. him being able to
you're
stand
right.
and shed. Yeah.
Well, the one thing I learned, and I learned this from, coaches and scouts over the years, people in the business, as I learn and constantly, want to keep learning, is when normally power translates to the league.
Right.
Normally guys who are powerful in the way in which they play, that translates. It's the guys who are like the dancers that, if you're an edge player or a pass rusher, eventually you've got to get through someone. Every once in a while, can you run around someone? Yes, every once in a while. But you can't make a living in this league as an edge pass rusher just running around offensive tackles. This is the NFL. These are grown men. Yeah. So, you have to be able to work through them or off them in terms of contact. And, Faulk is a very strong, powerful player with really strong, heavy hands. Right. And that almost always translates. Now, again, I'm not sitting here saying he's going to get 10 sacks. The sack number's irrelevant right now. Yep. And like I said, he's only going to be 21. So who knows if he's ready week 1 to play how many snaps. We don't know that. But he's going to be a good football player in the NFL.
Yeah, Saleh loves to use like 20 defensive linemen rotating through. So that's definitely going to be a thing. And they have stockpiled defensive linemen, that's for sure.
We've also forgotten a bit about Femi
Odejo. Yeah.
Yep. Saleh brought him up today. Yeah.
And I think he's a potentially really good player too. And I think he fits playing defensive end in Robert Saleh's system. So, look, you know what they say in defense in the league, you never have enough corners, you never have enough pass rushers. So the more guys you can get is a good thing.
Kosell, thank you so much for hopping on today. We will see you next Friday. The install live at the Analog at Hutton Hotel, Friday, May 1st. Tickets on sale now, $50 to purchase tickets. Visit 1045thezone.com. Kosell and Mike Borgonzi and Buck Rising will be there breaking down the Titans draft and the free agency. They'll take questions from the audience. Sponsored by Two Rivers Ford, local, honest, real, the South's most trusted Ford dealer. Kosell, that's one of the best things we do as a radio station, man.
Well, you know what? You're the only guys that do it, and I so appreciate it because I have so much fun. And and Slay, I hope Slay you'll get us started off again. You're the MC. Just get us going.
I got to kickstart it. I'm gonna get us right, Kosell. Don't worry,
you got to kickstart it, Slay. I hope you're working on your material, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's always scripted, Kosell. Thank you, sir. Enjoy the rest of
All right, thanks,
draft.
guys.
Yep,
appreciate it.
Kosell. At Greg Kosell, NFL Films for decades. When we come back, Ross Tucker, host of the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, which can be found on social media at Ross Tucker NFL. He'll join us next and give us his take on what the Titans did in round 1 and maybe talk about some other teams that did well in his opinion. Broadcasting live from Titans House. Again, the 2 first-round draft picks will be on 3HL today. Stay tuned for that. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Gupton Motors, your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Check out the latest Jeep lineup, adventure-ready SUVs built for Tennessee roads. They have an exceptional trade-in value as well, so keep that in mind when you're looking. Ram trucks with the power, the capability, and the toughness to get the job done. Stylish, comfortable Chrysler cars, perfect for everyday driving. They have Sprinter vans as well. Huge selection of new vehicles and a team that makes buying easy. Exciting news, a brand new, bigger, and better Gupton Motors location is coming soon. Still 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. The new location just right up the road, making it even easier to visit. Right now, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. If you're out looking around this weekend, make sure you include Gupton in the process. You will not be disappointed. Daniel Gupton and his crew ready to help you out. Just let them know what you're looking for, and they will point you in the right direction. Take your test drive, go inside. They'll help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. Experience the difference at Gupton Motors in Springfield. For the best buying experience, you got to go to Gupton. GuptonMotors.com is the website. All the information is there. Deals, inventory, new and pre-owned. Gupton, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.
Brentwood Jewelry .com is where you need to head to. 7012 Church Street East. It's located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Engagements, that's probably what you're thinking, like, man, how do I go about this? Well, Brentwood Jewelry, they're here to help you pop the question. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget as well. You can browse the incredible selection that they have, or understand the rules of engagement. First, you ask your partner. Next, discuss the expectations. Third, if they want to be involved, you stop by Brentwood Jewelry, browse for rings together, and get valuable feedback. Then you go to Brandon, my guy, and tell him, hey, man, set this aside for me. I want to see her smile. Then they set the room aside, take her in there, show her everything that you can think of, and guess what? Boom, all your work is done. It's real easy. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every single day for over 50 years. This is BrentwoodJewelry.com.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, broadcasting live from Titans House. They're having a little Titans party here for the season ticket holders. We will have the 2 first-round draft picks on the show today. Carnell, Tate, and Kendrick Faulk will join us probably at the same time. They will go into the Boom Boom Room, correct?
And the door will be locked behind them.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Think they can come out here and not, be drafting and then don't go in the boom boom room. You don't get to duck and dodge, man.
This guy never ducks and dodge. Ross Tucker, host of the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, which can be found on social media at Ross Tucker NFL. Ross, good to talk with you again, man. How are you?
I am fantastic. It's always awesome to talk with you guys. I love visiting with you when you're at the Super Bowl or Army Navy or whatever. You usually get a chance to talk in person, which is awesome. And I always tell you guys, you're one of my favorite shows I like going on. But I think I tell that to everybody, though, too, to be honest.
No, come on. Just let us think that.
You know what, Ross? You're one of our favorite guests that we have on.
There you go.
All right. Before we get to the Titans, I'm curious, was there anything that stood out to you or surprised you? Was it the Ty Simpson pick? Is there something that stood out to you that kind of surprised you a little bit last night?
Yeah, I think it's the Ty Simpson pick. I mean, that's what the draft's going to be remembered for, and rightfully so. And it's not just the fact that they took him. Yeah. It's the McVay reaction afterwards.
Yes.
Oh, it's glorious.
I had no idea we were so fortunate in this country to be blessed with so many body language experts. I mean, I thought you had to go to school for that or something, but evidently not. No, you can just watch any video, and you know exactly what the person's thinking. So, listen, we can talk a lot about the pick. Let me just say this about the whole McVay thing. He's arguably the best head coach in the NFL. The Rams, including their president, Kevin Demoff, their owner, Stan Kroenke, they are keenly aware of that. They know there's a reason why every other owner and team is constantly trying to hire a McVay type or the coordinators for the Rams. This idea that they would pick a quarterback 13 overall to be the future face of the franchise and that they went against his wishes does not pass the sniff test for me at all. I think it's comical. How does that help you out if you go against what he wants and he leaves after a year and then you don't even have him to coach Ty Simpson? How is that logical? That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I think he acted the way he did on purpose because he's very, and no offense if you guys were the ones saying it, but he is very well aware that the veterans on the team, including Matthew Stafford, but also like O-line, D-line, they're not going to be happy about the pick. They think they were the best team in the NFL last year. They were a play away in 2 different games at Seattle from going to the Super Bowl and winning it. You know, if they played a best of 7 against Seattle, maybe they win it. I mean, they might have been the best team. So I think what he did was performative. I think he kind of knew, I can't go in here all giddy and act like I'm all excited about this. I have to have, plausible deniability and act like, I was torn and I don't really love it, but I went along with it. He's in LA for a reason.
Y'all go watch that video if you haven't seen it. It's pretty awesome at the podium. Ross Tucker joins us now. Ross Tucker Football Podcast. You can find it on social media at Ross Tucker NFL. I know you're involved in a site called MyFrontPageStory.com as well. What do you got going there?
Well, we talked about it before. It's by far the best Mother's Day gift I've ever heard of. Now I'm biased because my buddy started the company. But just being able to talk to a writer for 10 minutes while you're driving home from work, or you can just fill out a quick email, and then they write this incredible story. Looks like it's on the cover of the newspaper, framed like the Tennessean, pictures of your mom and your siblings, or your kids if you get it for your wife, and then handing it to them, and they open it. Being able to say, I wanted something really special, unique this year. Not flowers, not a gift card or a card. I had a story written about you. That sounds like the coolest gift anyone's ever gotten for anybody, to be honest with you, but especially for one of the moms in your life. I've seen so many videos, guys, like Next Gen Stats. There's probably like a 90% cry rate at this point. I mean, they cry almost every time. Happy tears. It's amazing. MyFrontPageStory.com. Mother's Day is only 2 weeks away. I know 99% of males don't even consider it until May. Until it's May 1st, Mother's Day doesn't even exist on the calendar. But it does, fellas. Get ahead of it. MyFrontPageStory.com. I love Nashville. I would not steer you guys wrong.
Ross Tucker out there just making people cry.
Dude, man, you made me cry. Mother's Day that fast? Did they push it up this year? Yeah, I got here quick.
They made 2 of them.
Yeah, I see.
You want to hit him with the Titans?
Yeah, Ross, let me ask you, man. Carnell Tate, thoughts coming into this situation? We keep hearing about him not a number one, like he wasn't on a team with a freak of nature in Jeremiah Smith, who would be a number one on any planet. What are your thoughts on Carnell Tate?
I think number one, what I would say is that what a number one receiver looks like has kind of changed. You know, I think back in the day, everybody thought the guy had to look like T.O. or Randy Moss.
Right.
Or, you know, had to be 6'4" and run a 4.3. Look at the guys that have been tearing it up. I mean, JSN was Offensive Player of the Year last year. A few years before that, it was Cooper Kupp. Justin Jefferson's been amazing. You know, these guys that are silky smooth route runners and know how to play the position, it feels to me like those are the number ones now. You know, I had people compare him to Devontae Smith, which I like quite a bit. Devontae has been stellar in his tenure with the Eagles. He's going to be the number one pick this year. I mean, the number one receiver this year if they trade A.J. Brown, as Adam Schefter reported, is likely. That's kind of who Tate reminds me of. You know, I mean, I think he'll be very productive. I think there were teams behind them, you know, whether it's the Giants or the Browns or the Commanders that really wanted Carnell Tate and kind of had to pivot after the Titans really surprised people. I don't think anybody thought that was going to happen, but they're trying to give Cam Ward the best chance for success. And I also think Saleh has confidence in his ability to go ahead and, you know, get the most out of the defense no matter who's out there.
Ross Tucker with us on 3HL. Kendrick Faulk from Auburn.
War Eagle, Ross. War Eagle. I'm excited about this. Some Titans fans felt like it was a reach to move up and get him. But what do you think, knowing Saleh's kind of defensive scheme and what he likes to do?
Definitely not a reach. I can just tell you, I don't sit there and like study these guys for days and days. What I do is I have people that do come on the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, like Greg Kosell, who I know you guys know.
Yeah, we just had him on.
I know. Or Fran Duffy. And all I can tell you is Greg Kosell compared him to Richard Seymour, stylistically. Richard Seymour is the best defensive lineman I ever went against in 7 years in the NFL. 7 years. We were teammates. I went against him a bunch when I was in Buffalo. That is high praise. And then, interestingly, Fran Duffy, my literal question to him was, who's the one guy that you're higher on than anybody else in this class and that you would say, this is my guy? He went with Kendrick Faulk. He said, listen, 2 years ago he was dynamic. He's only 20 years old. He can play up and down the defensive line.
Yeah.
I really like that pick. I'm actually surprised he lasted that long.
Yeah.
To 31, Ross Tucker, host of the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. You can find it on social media at Ross Tucker NFL. And then, Mother's Day coming up, myfrontpagestory.com if you want to make people cry.
I guess I have to go get them.
In a good way, happy tears. myfrontpagestory.com.
Happy tears.
Yes. Thanks for clarifying, Ross. Appreciate that. Hey, man, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you. Love all the work you do, and we'll talk soon.
See you this
Thank
season.
you, guys.
There he is, Ross Tucker. When we come back, Titans play-by-play man Taylor Zarzer, I think, will pop by the table. Again, Carnell Tate and Kendrick Faulk coming up on 3HL. Today we're on the air until 6 o'clock, live at Titans House in Germantown. Really cool event. They've got the model set up. They've got ticket reps here, all kinds of Hattie B's, popcorn, Coke, water, I think, all that stuff. We'll be here until 6 o'clock. Stay tuned. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Love it. And you will hear him on 3HL here coming up at some point during this show. Want to first tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, though, because if you need replacement windows or doors, that's who you need to call. That's who I called. That's who I used. And I would love to recommend them to you. Check them out at PellaNashville.com, or you can stop by one of their showrooms. They have one in Franklin, 277 Mallory Station Road, or one in Hendersonville, 256 East Main Street. And by the way, it's so fun, too, in their showroom. You can go in, you pull out different windows, you pull out different doors. You can see what you like, what you don't like. They're the absolute best, and they will help you out. They're also going to help you out with the Dawn deal for the month of April. How about it? Yeah. 55% off Pella-fied labor, that too. Yeah. Pella certified labor, and 0% ABR for 24 months, plus an additional 5% off materials. Go get yourself Pella-fied. Schedule your free consultation. You can do it online. Ask for the Dawn deal at PellaNashville.com.
I like Pellified, Babs.
Yeah.
But check this out. Growing up in the Nashville area, that's where my love for Shoney's started. I grew up in the Shoney's. That's right. Shoneyfy yourself. You get the breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there. The all you care to eat fresh food bar. Very best value that you can think of is right there waiting on you. You can go off the extensive menu with the Slim Jim sandwich, the All-American burger, baked spaghetti, and, of course, the breakfast served all day long. Now, peep this. Strawberry pie. Always get that. World famous hot fudge cake, extra scoop of vanilla ice cream. That's my favorite. And if you don't feel like cooking at home, you can let Shoney's do it because everything on the menu can be ordered online or from your favorite delivery app. Plus, they now have family meals to go. That's groups of 4, 6, 8, or 12. Shoney's has got you covered. So make sure you come on back to Shoney's. Stop by any one of the 4 locations in the Middle Tennessee area. That's Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville. It's Shoney's. Let's eat.
This is a different court, Blair.
Same result, Slay.
Oh, okay, Blair. See, that's Tyler Tanner. See, Tyler Tanner's in the house now.
Let's see what you got. Jury's out, Blair.
Blair, come on. Okay, Blair, just come sit down. Come on, Blair, stop. You're going to get hurt. Blair, get off the court. That's enough.
What's the verdict, Blair?
The courtroom is where I play ball.
Boy, Durham, injury law. And that ain't got no rules.
Good afternoon, 402. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Bank Kentucky Downs Studios. The Tennessee Titans made 2 picks in the first round of the 2026 NFL Draft, selecting wide receiver Carnell Tate out of Ohio State with the 4th overall pick and trading up to select Auburn edge rusher Kendrick Faulk with a 31st overall pick. After the trade, the Titans no longer have a scheduled second-round pick, and their next pick will come in the 3rd round with the 69th overall. Night 2 of the NFL Draft begins tonight at 6 p.m., which is when you can catch the Titans radio draft coverage right here on The Zone. For our foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bring it at once in your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Friday. Going to be a fun weekend. We've got a lot more draft to consume over the course of tonight and tomorrow. Big time SEC baseball going on as well. Vanderbilt with a huge series at home against a top 5 team. Tennessee and Alabama going at it in Knoxville.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs. You got a parlay later?
You know, the NBA playoffs have been so wild.
They're weird, man.
It is, dog. It is. I didn't expect it. It's some wild stuff going on.
It's like the NBA playoffs are on crack.
So to answer your question, probably.
Slay Dog is here, y'all.
Probably. I'm in the building. I will have a hockey, though. I'm going to look at this hockey. Let me see what's going on.
What about your Sabres?
My Sabres been handling business, man. They all right.
Okay, good.
They all right.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Hello.
There she is. She's Babsy Davenport, y'all.
What's up?
What up, Babette? That's bonk, Babette.
Happy day 2 of the draft. We got 2 first-rounders coming to this town.
Oh, yeah.
We were told that the Titans contingent is running a little bit late, which is to be expected. So we'll get Taylor Zarzer on as soon as we can, and then the 2 draft picks will join us as well. At 3HL 104.5 on X, rounds 2 and 3 tonight. Titans don't pick till pick number 69 now, which is way down into the 3rd round. It'll be interesting to see now. They don't have a 2nd round pick. They don't have a 4th round pick. They have a 3rd, 3 5ths, 2 6s, and a 7. So we'll see if they manipulate some of that into higher picks and maybe get into, I don't know, higher up in the 3rd round or maybe even into the 2nd round. I don't know.
You said 3 5s,
3 5s, 2 6s, and a 7.
So no 4th.
No 4th, no 2nd.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we got what we was looking for anyway.
From Todd McShay, and this is interesting because Kosell compared Faulk to Eric Armstead. Todd McShay wrote a lot of similarities between Faulk and Eric Armstead. Faulk is slightly shorter than Armstead, but more athletically gifted, should have a successful career ahead of him, and could be one of the steals in the draft. I've read that so many different places about him being a steal in the draft. So we'll see. From RG3 about Kendrick Faulk. The Titans just got a powerhouse in all caps in Kendrick Faulk. Elite strength, a 700-pound squatter who stacks, sheds, and destroys in the run game. Can move all along the front to help his pass rusher development, but he has the motor and physicality to boost the Titans' defensive line alongside Jeffrey Simmons, John Franklin Myers, and Jermaine Johnson, too. I did see somebody put out some film of him against Tate and Proctor at Alabama, the offensive tackle at Alabama.
That's what I'm watching right now.
And it was like, I don't know, 4 plays. One, it was the first play of the game. One, he got stood up in like a double team situation and actually stopped while the play was still going on. Wow. And he got asked about that last night. Faulk was – and let me say this before I go to that. Dawn's over here with all kinds of Kendrick Faulk tape going right now, and you see him in the same game making plays. So when you
against Proctor and pushing back.
Yeah, and that's why Greg Kosell is adamant, and Ross Tucker said it too. You have to watch more than highlights. You've got to watch, and that's where you've got the all-22 up, and you can see every play. So, yeah, you can cherry-pick any player for 4 plays if you want to. But he was asked about that last night, the criticism of play consistency, and he said, quote, "I do assess that as fair. I feel like that was on me. I just need to finish on plays and finish getting to the quarterback," end quote.
Respect it. Accountability, self-aware.
Zeph immediately last night with the Carnell Tate pick, which is funny. Zeph's running Titans radio and everything, but he still gets these little texts into us.
Of course.
Finds a way, don't he?
Oh, I walked up to him and I said, Tennessee's playing Alabama baseball right now. And he's like, yeah, I know. Oh, no, I said Nate Ament declared for the NBA. And he said, yeah, I know. Ohio State.
During the draft.
Right during the draft.
Sneaking in there.
So Zeph's point was, name a first-round wide receiver from Ohio State that hasn't produced. And it's hard to do.
Yeah.
So Ohio State, that made me go look for this. Ohio State is the first school to have a position selected in the first round in 5 consecutive NFL drafts. And it's going to be 6 next year with Jeremiah Smith. Right? So the 5 are 2022, Garrett Wilson went 10th. Chris Olave went 11th. 2023, Jackson Smith and Jigma went 20. Pretty good. 24, Marvin Harrison Jr. went 4 overall. 2025, Emeka Egbuka went 19 overall. And now Carnell Tate goes 4 overall. Next season, it'll be Jeremiah Smith. So track record for receivers from Ohio State. And again, the catch radius is. So what's more important? 4.4 as opposed to a 4.53 or no drops last season?
For this team, no drops.
Security blanket.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me that all day. Throw it in, just throw it in the traffic in my catch radius and watch me come down with it.
So
like that.
It's funny, my brother, pays attention to what the Titans do just because I'm a fan and what I do. And so he texted me last night and was like, Carnell Tate at 4, what? And I was like, yeah, some people are surprised. I was like, but for me, it's we are going to give our quarterback the tools to succeed. Yeah. Like, we are going to make sure he's the franchise guy. We're going to give him the tools to succeed, give him weapons.
That's definitely the thought.
They did it with Wan'Dale Robinson. They've got a slot receiver now too, whatever. And he said, I feel like 4 was a reach, but he's safe.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a great way to put it, right? He's a safe pick that could be explosive, an explosive pick. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially coupled with what you have. Like everybody's saying, they're talking about the speed. There's speed guys on the roster. You just need them to remain healthy. You got Wan'Dale Robinson, you got Calvin Ridley.
All of
DK.
the other top 4 are 4-3 guys.
Right.
We need the
we need a
security
step
blanket.
on the toes of the corner kind of guy, and that's what he does.
There you go.
That's
I
my
totally agree
favorite
with that.
comparison.
That was a good one.
615-737-1045 if you want in. We probably won't have that many opportunities to take phone calls today with the guesting that's about to happen. But did want to remind you of that number. If you're watching on Zone TV, make sure you like it. We would appreciate that.
Like it, love it.
YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
And we appreciate you guys. Would they have taken Jeremiah Love at 4 had he been there?
Oh, I mean, this hindsight, you know.
You're never going to know.
What if? I'm never going to know, but
of
I
course
say
they'll
yes.
say now they were Carnell Tate all the way.
Of course.
Would you believe that?
I would say yes, they would have.
They would have taken him.
Knowing that a huge emphasis with that 4 pick is to help out their quarterback.
I heard the Kansas City general manager talking about how surprised they were that the Titans took Carnell Tate, and that's why they moved up to get Delane because they're like, well, crap.
Yeah, stuff going wild.
Because they wanted him.
Yep.
Carnell Tate even said he was surprised that he went that high.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Well, we'll ask
leave
him.
an impact.
Yeah.
Leave an impact. That's what you're supposed to do. I love it.
615-737-1045. The SEC with 19 years. A 19-year run with the most first-round picks until last night. Big Ten got him.
Wow. Well, Big Ten got him in the
championship. Got everybody in the championship game the last 3 seasons.
Good for them, man. Finally caught up.
Big Ten had the most yesterday. Not so fast, though. Jesse Simonton said it'll be 1-year run.
Yeah, we would like.
He said Texas, Georgia, Bama, LSU, South Carolina, and Texas A&M could all have multiple day 1 picks next year.
All reloaded. Like, it's one of those, y'all having the draft? Okay, we'll put something on.
Yep.
We'll be ready for y'all next year.
We gave you 10 final mocks from the NFL insiders yesterday. None of the 10 had Carnell Tate.
Yeah, you can forget about this mock draft stuff.
You can forget about the insiders.
Yeah.
No Vrabel, no Rossini. With the Titans, that means you ain't getting inside info here.
It's the outsiders.
Well, it's funny, though, because sometimes, the Jeremiah Love smoke was real to the Cardinals.
Sure was. But it felt
I
like they were
thought
putting
that it
out.
was not real.
Yeah.
You thought they were bluffing?
Yeah.
I heard somebody say I've been watching so many talking heads about all this stuff, but somebody said the Cardinals were bad, and even worse, they were boring. So they get a playmaker. Now they need a quarterback.
That's what I was going to say. It's going to be interesting to see if he has an Ashton Gentile type rookie year without the pieces around him.
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the guy. He's
Good
a
backup.
guy. Yeah,
Good
he's a
backup.
guy. I don't know if he's the guy, though.
And then,
Well, he's holding out like he's the guy.
Right.
So good for him.
Marvin Harrison Jr. out there.
yeah.
Minshew Mania, man. Come on now.
Oh.
He's always good for 4 or 5 games. That's it.
Let
How
him
many
sling
different
around.
teams has
Come back
Minshew
first.
been on? Babs used to love that guy.
I do love that guy.
He's good as a substitute. He's the best substitute teacher on earth. He's the best one.
I mean, the problem is they got 2 of those. Jacoby Brissett's pretty good at
There
that,
you
too.
go. There you go.
Jacoby Set bakes cookies
Doesn't
for his
he?
offensive line. Remember that? I told you guys
See?
that from his time at NC State. I will always remember that about him, that he did it himself, baked cookies himself.
He's trying to win people over.
Hold
with
out,
cookies.
Jacoby. You got
He's
this.
trying to win people over with cookies, man.
Yeah.
Let him go play. Some wins.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. When we come back, Taylor Zarzer will join us, I believe. And then the 2 players at some point this hour, we believe, will hop on 3HL. Carnell, Tate, and Kendrick Faulk. We look forward to talking with them. 3HL broadcasting live from Titans House. Get your PSLs and season tickets, and you can do it here with ticket reps on site. 615-737-1045, always the number, at 3HL 1045 on X. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone. United Structural Systems, USSTN.com. When you start noticing cracks in the walls, uneven floors, or driveways sinking and separating, it's more than a home issue, it's a peace of mind issue. That's why who you choose for foundation repair and concrete leveling really matters. Trust United Structural Systems because they have been doing this the right way since 1994 right here in Tennessee. USS does not believe in quick fixes or scare tactics. They take the time to inspect, explain what's happening, and walk you through the real, proven solutions that are built to last. Whether your home needs foundation stabilization, crawl space repair, or concrete leveling for sinking sidewalks, patios, or driveways, USS uses engineered systems designed for long-term performance, not temporary patches. With decades of experience and thousands of homes repaired, you can trust United Structural Systems is here today and will be here to stay. Learn more or schedule your inspection. USSTN.com. That's USSTN.com. United Structural Systems, committed to our customers. Invest in what matters most. We are USS.
What's up, good people? MedicalHouseCalls.com. This is healthcare designed for your life. It's 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Can't go wrong by hitting them up. And when I say hit them up, I mean you can call or text. Like some people don't feel comfortable, feel like you're being a little bit more private when you text. Well, you can do that. 615-838-2375 is the number. You can call or text Medical House Calls. They'll assess what you need within minutes. They'll book your visit. And guess what? Medical providers will be at your door at the latest the next morning. That's where it's that simple. They probably be there that day. But this is everything up under the sun, where it's primary health care, urgent care, IV therapy, medical, weight loss, all of these fit. When it comes to the IV therapy, you want your body to be feeling like it should. When you're feeling fatigue, illness starting to creep in, get the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients going straight to your bloodstream, get the maximum absorption, giving you rapid results and getting you feeling back the way you should. 615-838-2375. You can call or text medicalhousecalls.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. When you start looking at Mike Borgonzi's draft, last year, obviously number one quarterback Cam Ward, number 2 edge rusher Femi Oladejo. We'll have to see what that looks like, him going to a 4-3 defensive end, which I've heard is more comfortable for him. I don't know. Because I remember talking about him standing up and doing a 3-4, and that being a transition. So he will that'll be an interesting camp follow, right? Like to see how that works out. Kevin Winston Jr., 3rd round, starts the game 1. DK, Pro Bowler,
nailed it.
Wide receiver, kick returner, 3 4th-round picks. Gunnar Helm, tight end. Looks like they got something there.
Yep.
Alec Eilmanner.
Keep it going, yo.
Jackson Slater now, 5th round. Didn't get meaningful minutes until the last game.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see once everybody starts answering questions about players and they get on the field and all those things, what they think about him.
That's to be continued.
Yeah. Marcus Harris, cornerback, would start if they played this weekend.
Right.
In the inside. And Khalil Mullings, the running back from Michigan. So that was the draft last year, and now 2 first-round draft picks this year with Carnell Tate and with Kendrick Faulk. Taylor Zarzer is walking up to the table right now. Damn, man, you look good,
man,
dude.
That blazer.
Not as good as you guys.
Where did you find that jacket?
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
Was it custom made?
Bud Adams left it to me. No, I'm kidding.
He would rock it.
He would rock, would he not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, this is. I'm pretty proud of this. I wore it a lot last year, and it seems like it's going to fit a lot better moving forward.
I mean, it's literally the same color as the jerseys we're
That
wearing.
is dope.
With the red pocket square?
The red pocket squares.
Like it.
You and Slay are great on pocket squares. I need to work on my game there.
Slay Dog is, I mean, with all due respect to Babs and me, Slay Dog is the #1 seed of SEC Network people right now.
Yeah,
and
I appreciate
he
that,
is
man.
rocking the pocket squares
I
these days.
stumble into it quite a bit.
So last NFL draft party in the current Nissan Stadium last night.
It was awesome. And
how much fun did you have? There were tons of people in the club.
I was going to ask you guys, I mean, because you were amongst it.
Yeah.
Like there was some juice in there last night.
It felt way more crowded than last year.
Did.
Yeah, and
which is crazy because
and I know
they had the first overall.
Had the first pick, but
yeah.
I just feel like there's so much momentum now, though.
Right.
With the new coaching staff, everybody's fired up about the uniforms and the logo change and the brand change and all of that. And then on top of that, just you feel like there's some real momentum that this is going to be a good product and it's heading in the right direction. I mean, you could really feel that with the fans last night.
A lot of people surprised that they go Carnell Tate at 4. Were you guys?
Well, I think everybody was like that. I mean, Carnell Tate will be here in a minute, and he'll talk to you guys about it, but I think he was surprised by it with the 4th pick in the draft.
Yeah, he said that. He went higher than he thought.
I was pumped, though. Like, being in the building every day, I've made it clear I'm a Christmas Day guy. I don't like to open my presents before Christmas Day. You don't have to tell me anything. Like, let me wait until it happens. But I also was really pumped about it. You know, now that Cam Ward can stretch the field vertically with him, you hope you get Calvin Ridley for an entire season.
Right.
You know, I mean, remember how good he looked in training camp
That's
last
a game
year.
changer, if
You know,
true,
you have both of those guys stretching the full field vertically. You have Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot, and you start daydreaming. And I mean, I know Cam Ward went crazy when they called that pick in last night, but I was so impressed in this day and age when no one can keep a secret, no matter what it is or what walk of life it is. Mike Borgonzi and his personnel department told no one that this was going to be their plan, and I love that.
Well, and it's an upgrade in the room when you think about what you just said, because now DK and Eilmanner in whatever order are receivers 4 and 5. They're rotational players, which is
probably
good.
What they should be.
Which is good.
Well, and
which means you've elevated the offense.
You have Io Manor as a depth guy who's going to catch a couple of balls, who's more of an intermediate route runner, and then you've got DK at the line of scrimmage, you know, who's a specialist and just block in front of him and create space for him. So you're right, Brett. They each have roles now, and you have some real legitimate depth there at the receiver spot. So, listen, I think it's great. I'm excited for it. I know that everybody is kind of saying, well, it's the 4th pick in the draft, and I didn't expect this. if the Titans had the 12th pick in the draft, everybody would be like, oh, my God, we're over the moon that they took him.
Right.
And they would be saying, this is great. Cam Ward gets his guy. Well, Cam Ward got his guy. I don't think
ultimately, big picture, it doesn't matter about the slot. It matters about the player, right? Like 3 years from now, is he a player or not? Like, it doesn't matter where he was drafted.
And I did get, right before I shut my eyes, text on the text chain from Babs, and
she was on one last night, man.
I was just as pumped as she was about her boy, Kendrick Faulk, who's going to be here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Because I did a bunch of his games the last couple of years.
I was going to ask you.
And I've been in Friday meetings with this guy. This guy he's a country boy from Highland Home, Alabama, which is south of Greenville, Alabama, about 3.5, 4 hours from here. And he loves to hunt and fish and play football. He loves college football.
Yeah.
And he loves his teammates. This is the most unselfish guy. He's not really somebody who's going to stand out in a room, and he's not going to seek attention. But he was the captain of DJ Durkin's Auburn defense, which, listen, I'm sure it's been said many times on this airwaves about all of the frustration of Auburn's offense.
Yeah.
Auburn had a good defense.
Defense kept him in it.
And Keldrick Faulk was the captain of that defense. He loves being one of the guys. And you hear Coach Saleh and Mike Borgonzi constantly say, we need more locker room dudes in here. Well, talent-wise, he's 6'6", and he looks the part.
Yeah.
But I think from a team standpoint, being a locker room guy, I think that everybody is really going to like him. Tate is more of an alpha. Tate is somebody that's going to command attention. He's a talker. But it's interesting getting both of those dynamics last night. I don't think many of us thought that we'd be sitting here today ready to talk to two Titans.
Well, yeah, I mean,
absolutely not.
I kind of had to ask a question because we had set this up to have the first-round pick on, and then after the trade up, I was like, can we get both? Kate was like, can we talk in the morning, please?
I can confirm they're on their way.
There it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wanted to ask you about Keldrick because that's what, I hit my Auburn people up immediately, and they're like, the best kid, the best locker room culture guy, and what you just said, because you've kind of spent some time with him last night, today, like wandering around or whatever, what you just described him as is very similar to Big Jeff, right? Football, country, those two together, I'm excited about from a mentor standpoint from Jeff.
Jeff immediately said, we're going fishing. He said, the only thing wrong with you is you went to Auburn. I mean, they immediately were starting to talk SEC football. But you're right, a very similar background. And having Simmons as a leader in that locker room on defense is huge. Faulk will love that, but he's a team guy. Now, I said to Carnell, hey, man, you're going to have to learn how to fish. He said, I'm not doing it. He's like I tried it
He's
once.
a wide receiver. It's all right.
It's like, but you understand, your quarterback almost loves fishing as much as he loves throwing a football. You're going to have to get used to this. So there's a lot of spots here in Nashville.
I always love the NFL reporters that get a hold of these guys before they get to the local media, and every time they ask them, well, do you like country music? Which is a fair question, but I growing up here, I'm like,
you don't have to love country music.
No, we're way more than that, and he's going to discover that, and so he's going to fit in well.
That's the best part of this town, by the way, is that's the stigma outside this town, and you come here and you're like, this town has everything. And if you want country music, it's got all of it.
Oh, you can do it.
But you can also never listen to it and love this town. That's exactly right.
No doubt.
Taylor, let me ask you, with Cam and Big Jeff, with the additions that they get on both sides of the ball, do you feel this is that leadership being put on their shoulders to say, all right, we got y'all some help? You take them. Now, we're going to coach, but you take them up under your wing, take these fellas where they need to go to.
Yeah, I do. I think that it's Cam's offense. From a player standpoint, yes. I think it's Cam's offense and it's Big Jeff's defense. But I'm telling you, the happiest Tennessee Titan in the world right now is Jeff Simmons. Watching him at practice yesterday and seeing John Franklin Myers and Jermaine and all of the different guys that they brought in the offseason. I mean, littering the defense, the front seven, really, with all these free agent additions. He was just the happiest guy out there because he was like, man, I got dogs around me now.
I went through.
He's been asking for 2 years for help.
Maybe 3.
I
went through the defensive line position. I didn't even write down all the guys, but Big Jeff, John Franklin Myers, Jermaine Johnson, Kendrick Faulk, Femi Oladejo, Solomon Thomas, Jordan Elliott, Jacob Martin, Ernest Brown, Jalen Harrell, Ali Gay, C.J. Ravenel, Truman Jones, Isaiah Rakes.
We have battles now.
Yeah. And that's what Saleh wants. And we knew that when they hired him.
Yeah,
and he's done it.
It's what Saleh wants because he loves to keep guys fresh the entire game. He doesn't want to have somebody that has played so many reps by the time they're in the fourth quarter they are gassed. He wants guys to play 60% of the reps. He just talked about it earlier today, but he loves to rotate as many dudes as possible. Borgonzi wants it because he's creating a culture in the locker room. Instead of saying, hey, guys, this is what our culture is, now the team is in charge of that culture. And that's what he did with the Kansas City Chiefs. And you know what happened there. All of a sudden, the team, the players ran the locker room. And that's what he's trying to create here in Nashville, too. So, it's exciting.
The other benefit of rotating a bunch of defensive linemen is, and I think he kind of just watching his defense is, you don't have to blitz that much.
Yeah.
You just play free is what you do. And that's the thing that Kendrick kept talking about. Is he said the thing that I really love about the Titans is that they just attack and play free. There's not a whole lot of looking at the sideline on every single play of, all right, what's the different scheme here? It is attack and play free. And, when you
which he kind of got to do at Auburn.
Which is exactly what he got to do at Auburn.
Yeah.
Moving all up and down the defensive line.
And it's a very similar type style that DJ Durkin has. So it's a really good fit here for the Titans. But going back, Slay Dog, to what you said offensively with Cam, it was hard last year because you had a lot of injuries. The offense sputtered, and it was a tough first year because you had a different bells and whistles every single week, it felt like.
Right.
Now, as you're saying, he's got this depth, and he can be the leader of all these guys around him, and just assuming good health, which you always pray for.
Absolutely.
If you get that, then all of a sudden you feel like he's really going to build a bond with these guys.
That's one of the most exciting parts to me also. You have two guys, when you look at Daboll and Saleh, on opposite sides of the ball who are comfortable in what they do. So can you imagine? It's going to be some whistles blown at some practices when the competition gets up because we're going to beat y'all. Daboll's coming out to set a tone with a quarterback that he wanted to go get with all these weapons, and you think Saleh ain't going to be on the other end like, now hold on, buddy, let me show you something. You want to get at it? Let's get at it.
Doubt.
And they going to feed each other. It's iron sharpens iron for real.
There's no doubt about that. Yes,
I love it.
You're going to see that, and I can't wait. Training camp, you're going to see that.
Yes.
You're going to see a lot of that. What was really interesting to me about what you're saying is when you have a fast, violent team that has a bunch of alphas on it, you can't have multiple practices with another team because you know what's going to happen. So you know what they're doing? They're bringing in a team for a day. And then they're going. And
that's interesting.
And that makes a ton of sense because when you play fast and violent and you ask your players to do that every day, they're going to come out there ready to hit somebody.
Right, and by day two, we've seen it in the past. It turns into fights and wasted reps is how they look at that, and wasted time.
I love it.
I already heard Faulk today in the press conference use fast and violent. I'm like, Saleh's already got him in.
Bought in. Dog.
Man, y'all look good in these jerseys.
Thank you, man.
Isn't this color amazing?
It's right, man.
It's great.
I love them.
I keep being telling.
I told the boys, I said, we look so cute. They were like, really? Come on, dog.
Steph said the same thing. She goes, y'all look cute.
Yeah.
I mean, the Slay Dog's all healthy now.
Hey, man, I'm back, man. I'm out there on the golf course every time, man, messing up people's courses.
Babs sent videos out of Brent's swing, which was very impressive the other day.
I pulled a muscle in
Zarzer was impressed with your swing.
I told him I pulled a muscle in my butt. It still hurts. It's Friday. That was Monday, Taylor.
He also put 3 in the water on 1, so.
Then I got it.
I didn't show that
part. She did not publish that part.
That's consistency.
Yeah.
Great job, you and Peter Burns and the crew on the Women's Golf Championship in the SEC. Tennessee taking down Auburn.
I watched all of it.
I watched all of it.
I very much appreciate you doing that.
I started to text y'all, but I didn't want to distract
Guess where I'm going tomorrow morning?
Where are you going?
Sea Island for the SEC Men's Golf Tournament.
Wow.
Auburn,
that's a great place.
Auburn has the best golfer in America that's not a professional player, Jackson Coyven, who won his 3rd straight individual title today. That's never been done in the history of the SEC. So we're going down there to St. Simon's. I'm burning in at both ends right now.
Look at you.
But,
so 4 of the top 5 teams in the country are in the SEC?
It is crazy. I
Take
mean,
that big team.
It's
That's right.
Honestly,
suck it.
Honestly, you can play that card all day on the golf course right now with the women and the men.
Yeah, we need that right now, man.
It is crazy. It legitimately, and you've seen this in basketball the last few years, it's harder to win the SEC tournament than the national
It
championship.
is.
It's crazy.
It is.
Yep.
No question about it.
Well, thanks for popping on, man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Yeah.
Y'all did a great job last night.
Man,
Thank you. You do
Great
too.
job.
Listen, for everybody listening, I love your show. The chemistry you guys have in the afternoon is so good. I am a huge fan of your notes. I can hear you, like, listening to you each day, going through these notes, your prep work. I'm a huge fan of that, writing everything out.
I learned early on you can control. I can't control if George in Green Hills likes me, but I can control my preparation.
Yeah, you guys really do. You do such a great job. And
George do?
And obviously it's been a
maybe it was plaster. I don't know.
It's been it's been a heavy time
It really
around
is.
the radio for the last couple of weeks, and it's going to continue to be without our buddy. But man, you guys did such an unbelievable job of celebrating him, and
Thank you.
I'm so grateful to all of you for that.
Appreciate
You
it.
guys did a great job of that last night, too.
It was very important to all of us to do him right, and for you guys to set up a memory table basically for him was great. A lot of people coming by taking pictures of that, and I did see one guy walk by. What did his shirt say? R.I.P. Mac.
Yep.
R.I.P. Coach Mack.
I saw that.
Yep. Uh-huh.
We're gonna have a really cool treat, the coaching staff, tomorrow. So if you're watching the draft coverage tomorrow in the War Room, might get a little dusty up here.
Oh, I love
so
that.
just a
Thanks
little
for the
tease.
heads
Just a
up.
little tease. That's,
Yeah,
that's
I
all I'll
love
say. I also learned Babs has a much better phone than I do. Her pictures of our team last night were Slay Dog's pictures of our team were better than my pictures last night.
What number phone do you have?
No, I thought it was pretty
Look
good.
at this thing.
I thought it was pretty good.
See, I love that she's giving you crap because she just got rid of that one.
I just got rid.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. You know, no, don't worry about that
Y'all
old
are the
stuff.
best.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you,
Thanks,
Taylor.
Zarzer.
Taylor
Appreciate
Zarzer,
you,
Titans
Steve.
play-by-play man, and you can catch him on golf commentary all over the place. We've got the players coming up next, so stay tuned. The first rounders, Kendrick Faulk and Carnell Tate, will join us live. We'll be right back, 104.5 The Zone. eSpaces.com. Are you a startup, an entrepreneur, or growing a small business? Finding the right workspace should not mean settling for a noisy cookie-cutter co-working space. Your business deserves better. Welcome to eSpaces. We are not just another shared desk. They are your premier professional office solution. Whether you're a solo entrepreneur or a team of 20, they're dedicated to helping you find the perfect fit for your business to thrive. But what truly sets them apart? eSpaces. Proudly locally owned and operated. Visit eSpaces.com to book your tour today. That's eSpaces.com. Private offices, team suites, meeting rooms that are fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Want to check them out? You can. Tours available now. Reserve your space early. Visit eSpaces.com. 15 locations in Middle Tennessee. That's eSpaces.com.
What's happening, good people? You know what time it is every year when you all get hype and you out there watching the draft and you see your favorite player being taken. You jumped up, and then that back locked up on you, and you're sitting there like, oh, what am I supposed to do? You don't get to celebrate no more. Nope, you're done for the day. But the Joint Chiropractic can come through and make everything better. The real MVP of Middle Tennessee. They got 17 locations all across Middle Tennessee. They're open days, nights, and weekends. So whenever your back decides to act up, morning, evening, mid-celebration, they're ready for you. And the best part, no insurance needed, no appointments needed. Just walk in, tell them Big Slay sent you, and go get right. Check this out. New patients, you get the consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29. Adjustments start as low as $21. That right there is a deal, people. Headaches, back pain, neck pain, whatever it is that's keeping you down, the Joint's got your back literally. So don't be limping around when you're supposed to be celebrating. Hit thejoint.com. Find a location near you and get back to feeling your way.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. We're at Titans house. Love coming over here, man. They've done a really good job over here.
This place is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these awesome photographs, too, in front of us, and one of them is Big Jeff and Miss Amy hugging.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Locker room after one.
Boy, did that guy deliver his word to Miss Amy, huh?
Yes, that's true. I'm not gonna let her. I'm not gonna
I
let
will
her
not
down.
let you down.
That's right. That's what he said when he got drafted.
And he has not.
There was a Titans fan walking around with a program from when the Titans were playing at Vanderbilt Stadium, and it was Blaine Bishop on the cover of it.
That's awesome.
And they were playing the Broncos. And it's the girl, remember, at Buffalo Wild Wings that used to, like, hand out beers and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was her. But that was cool.
She's been her family's been season ticket holders for years.
Should have got that signed. Should have came early for Hitman. Get that signed up right there. Dope.
I have an old school Blaine Bishop card that I found going through my stepson's card collection, and I was like, let me pull this out. I'm going to get it signed.
Gotta love that.
At 3HL 104.5 on X, I think the players just went through the crowd.
Sounds like it.
Zeph, do you think we should take a break now and then blow through the top of the hour?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's good.
Let's do it. I never know if he said that out over the air.
Nope, that was over the air.
Okay.
Zeph, how did your day go yesterday?
It was very stressful.
You was rolling. You was rolling those.
Y'all did a great job, though. Draft coverage last night on Titans Radio was awesome. I listened on the way home.
Zeph, how'd you let Tennessee lose to Alabama in baseball 12-8?
Well, apparently they walked 10 guys and hit another 6. So pitching staff
That's
not
tough.
good. However, they were up 6. They were up 6-0 last time I looked today. They had a doubleheader today.
I was going to say, Mr. Babs and my bonus son are there.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're going to the UT baseball game tonight.
Oh,
Look at
just
them.
you and Hadley.
Yep.
Shout out Lindsey Nelson.
What are you guys going to do? You got big plans?
We have a girls' night.
Oh.
Hey.
That includes Mexican and a margarita for mom.
And popsicles when they get home.
That's right. And popcorn.
And popcorn.
So Carnell Tate, 6'3", 195 pounds, just turned 21, 2024 national champs. 51 receptions, 875 yards, and 9 touchdowns last year, and no drops. He only had 4 drops in 3 seasons at Ohio State. Big Ten Distinguished Scholar Athlete Award, Academic All-American. So we'll, I don't know if, I'm not worthy to talk to that guy.
Dude.
What am I doing?
No, you doing what you're supposed to do. That's what you're doing, Jordan.
I'll say the intangibles and leadership and academic and all that stuff is there with these two. The culture stuff.
Kendrick Faulk, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
6'6", 285. 29
God, he looks lean, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Watching him walk up to the podium, I was like, how much does he weigh?
Yeah,
I think he weighed less than
looks
that.
so lean.
Body fat got to be a little low.
Like
He's one
nothing.
that might drop LBs during the season. I don't know. Disruptive against the run. He is from Highland Home High School in Alabama. He was originally committed to Florida State and then flipped to Auburn and played at Auburn. 5-star
Made
recruit.
the right decision. He's clearly intelligent.
Both these guys, 5-star recruits and first-round draft picks.
Yeah. I'm ask him. I think it's interesting with these two. Both of them stayed at the university. This wasn't a flip. I'm going here, going there. And, I mean, of course, both of them were different.
Yeah.
Ohio State winning a national championship. And then you look at Auburn going through the ups and downs, the way they went, there's always opportunities to leave. But for them to stick it out, and them being young, too, still sticking it out, that's a big salute.
Well, and then Jeremiah Smith, who may be the number 1 overall pick next year, he or Arch Manning or somebody. But he turned down reportedly $10 million to transfer and stay at Ohio State.
I don't doubt that. I love that. I mean, love it.
Okay. I was getting sign language from Ross. That was a good job, man. Were you ever third base coach?
Ross is
No, he's a football guy.
I can't read while
He's
I'm
not
talking.
a baseball guy. You didn't play baseball, did you?
No, Ross can
I don't know, but that mustache looks like a baseball player.
definitely baseball.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Oh, wait, you're 11 messages behind.
Sorry.
Pepsi. All right, let's take a break. 3HL is broadcasting live from Titan's house. We appreciate you guys being with us. The 2 first-round draft picks, Carnell Tate and Kendrick Faulk, will join us very, very soon. Let me say it that way. Live from Titan's house. We'll be right back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Good afternoon. It is 4:55. I'm Joe Spinano, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. The Tennessee Titans made 2 picks in the first round of the 2026 NFL Draft last night, selecting Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate with the 4th overall pick and trading up to select Auburn edge rusher Kendrick Faulk with the 31st overall pick. After the trade, the Titans no longer have a scheduled second-round pick as of now. Their next pick will come in the 3rd round at 69th overall. You can hear both the first-rounders, Carnell Tate and Kendrick Faulk, up next on 3HL. Night 2 of the draft begins tonight at 6 p.m., which is when you can hear the Titans radio draft coverage right here on 104.5 The Zone. For our foundation repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home of the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone Friday edition. We hope you're having a great Friday. It is a wonderful time of year with the NFL draft going on. Titans taking 2 players yesterday. They will both be on 3HL momentarily. Carnell Tate and Kendrick Faulk, and we look forward to talking with those guys. They're going to sit down together, as a matter of fact. Will we see a bunch of trades tonight? 5 of the last 7 picks were trades last night, as a matter of fact. So we'll see if that trend continues. A lot of trade talk. In terms of people wanting to get closer to the top of the second round. So we'll see. Brent Doherty with you. Don Davenport is here, y'all.
Let's go.
What up a bit? Oh, yeah.
On fire, too.
Yeah.
Fired up.
You can't wait to War Damn Eagle.
That's right.
Kate just gave us a thumbs up. They're going to walk in here now. In the meantime,
here they come.
I'm in the building. We're rolling. That's how. Car. It's close.
Look at this. First round players. I just heard a War Eagle. That didn't take long.
Yeah, they snuck that in.
You're dang right.
Auburn alums. They just roll together, man. Just roll together.
You know this.
Just roll together.
Carnell Tate sits down. Kendrick Faulk is getting his microphone on. He had to dap up Babsy here. Family involved in the Titans house. And we're glad. We did this last year with Cam Ward, and we had a great time with him. And now we get 2 first-round draft picks. Carnell, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing? Thanks for having me.
Yes. Kendrick, how are you?
I'm blessed.
War damn Eagle, she said. Dude, when you got drafted, our phone started blowing up from her. Oh, my God, say this. He's awesome. Blah, 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 all this stuff.
Yeah. I immediately got the scoop from all my Auburn people there, and all of them said amazing locker room culture guy and fabulous leader and really good kid. We didn't even talk football stuff. So the praise was large. How important was that to you to be that guy at Auburn?
It was extremely important because that's really what I prided myself on. Being a great leader, being a great teammate, and I ultimately felt like that made me a better player.
How important was it to you to be a captain?
Extremely, because I probably was one of the younger captains on the team.
Yeah.
So, it was extremely important for me to be a captain. We did votings for that right before the season, and I told him I ain't want to vote simply because I ain't want to vote myself, and that one vote count for everything. I wanted everybody else to vote for me.
Yeah.
And then I got the pick of the team. So.
Love it. Hey, listen, same things about you, too. Culture guy, leader, alpha, all of these things. I mean, what has it been like, you two kind of traveling around doing everything today? Fill us in on how different it is kind of to have both of you together.
I mean, we're both blessed to be in this position, and then also we're thankful to do it with each other. As I said, probably got a brother for life now. We enjoy this process together. We've been along this journey together, so, yeah, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it necessarily because, the draft comes and we talk to the first round pick every year. But then I saw the video of you guys walking into the facility, and I thought that's got to be kind of a cool thing to have a brother in arms, so to speak, to go through it with each other, right?
For sure. It ain't too many people in the world that can say they got drafted in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only that, I can lean on him. We can vent to each other. We can talk to each other, and then we just going through it together.
Y'all were able to split the responsibilities a little bit too, huh?
Yeah.
Get burnt out and answer the same question. Dog, you answered this. Yeah.
Are you going to put them together in your
Come on,
place?
man. You know it's only right, man.
Okay.
You gonna do it now?
We might
You got to
as well go and
explain
jump in
it to them, though.
Well, listen here, man. We have a thing here called the boom boom room.
Okay.
The boom boom room, when you step in, the doors are locked behind you.
All right.
So when you're in there, we just sitting there on the couch, we rapping, it's just some fellas talking, getting to know y'all. The only way you can get out the boom boom room is if you tell the truth to the best of your ability and the door is unlocked. If you don't, you go down in the cellar, 3 hots in a cot. That's all you get. And there's a couple other lost souls down there, too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Big Ten, SEC, however you want to do it. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So do y'all agree to these terms?
Yeah, we agree.
Lock the door, Zeph. Let's roll. All right, man.
Two men on their way
Two men in there.
Well,
So let's
don't
make
do
this real easy first. You know what I mean? Just some little quick back and forth, real quick. Big Ten or the SEC?
SEC.
Big Ten or the SEC?
Big Ten.
Huh, that's interesting. Okay.
Were you surprised by either one of those answers?
but I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Carnell, give me a nickname that you go by.
Tater.
Taylor. That's what your name is in the boom boom room there. Faulk, give me a nickname.
K Faulk.
K Faulk. K Faulk and Tate in the boom boom room. This how we're gonna start it off right here. Bo Jackson or Cam Newton? Who you taking?
Oh, Cam Newton.
Ooh. Just said that quick too. Let's just rolling with that. I like that. Takeo Spikes or Nick Fairley?
Nick Fairley.
Oh, easy. Tatum, let me ask you. Eddie George or Archie Griffin? Come on with it, too. Come on, it get hot in the boom boom
Also,
room, too.
Eddie may be listening.
Strong possibility. Strong possibility. Who you taking? You need one to run the rock back there. Little play action. Who you rolling?
We're going Archie.
Going Archie. I like that. Too high. You can't go.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Okay, so you got 3 receivers out there. You can't be involved in this. JSN, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. That's one group. David Boston, Chris Carter, Terry Glenn. Who you lining up?
I'm going to go first group.
You going the first group?
Yeah, I got to.
Why?
JSN, look what he just did. You can't argue with that. Chris and Garrett, you can't. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't.
It must be said, Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me ask you this. I'm going in this. Artists to get you hyped up for the game.
Oh, NBA Youngboy.
NBA Youngboy, I like that. Okay. Artists to help you wind down after the game.
Lil Baby.
I like that. Okay. Same
rolling
thing.
with Lil Baby.
Same thing, Taylor.
Lil Durk. But then
Durk.
after I throw in some Drake.
Say, boy, come to Chi-Town's finest do this thing. Okay. Now, let me ask you this, man. You going back, you got that one person that you look back on and say, man, I get an opportunity to say, look at me now. You ain't got to say no names or anything, but something when you were younger, maybe your teenage years, when you were little, you know what I mean? For me, example, I used to get made fun of my shoes. I was wearing a 13, you know what I mean? But my shoes were size 12 at the time. You feel me? But I get to look back on them now and be like, look at me now.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those chances in your life that you can look back on?
I don't think I got one of those.
You ain't got one of them?
Nah.
What about you?
I ain't got one.
So y'all just had it smooth, just rolling on through this thing.
Yeah.
I like that. I can respect it.
With that answer, I need to pause and go into the boom boom room and
Yeah.
tell people that you are listening to WGFX, Gallatin, Nashville. This is Cumulus Media Station 104.5 The Zone. All right, back in the boom.
I like that. Okay. Can you think of one time you had a hurdle in your life that maybe you had an opportunity to pivot, or you went right, left, you'll go back and tell your younger self, man, I told you. You did right there. Look where it led us to.
Picking Auburn.
Picking Auburn.
Yeah, I was committed to Florida State. And the night before signing day, I signed to Auburn.
Why?
So what happened there?
My dad was a huge Auburn fan. And, yeah, you know, I had connections with him, but that was the biggest one. So, new coaching staff, knew everybody. Didn't know nobody, just signed.
So day before?
Day before.
Was it tough to tell Florida State?
Nah, I just told him.
You're not worried about that,
Hang up, it was over.
Yeah, no, I just said, yeah, I'm going to Auburn.
You made the right decision.
War Damn would say that. Tatum,
Let me ask you this. Describe the young Taylor, not the one that got to Ohio State. Describe the young Taylor to the people out there.
Young Taylor?
Uh-huh.
He just looked at his family over there, by the way.
Y'all know the young Taylor.
We should probably get her on.
Young me, I was a menace. I was the family, I gave them a run for their money outside now. Yeah, they used to have to get me together a couple of times.
I like that. I can respect that. If you had a movie to world premiere, what's one of your favorite movies that you have everybody go watch? You got one movie, you getting the whole fam, you getting the whole Chi-Town, you get to do the world premiere. You getting them in that movie theater and they watching one movie. What would be your favorite movie for everybody to watch?
Probably a Jason Statham movie. I like the Hitman movie. Okay. I like that type of genre over there.
Okay. Yeah. So you get one person to play your life leading up to this point.
Oh, Jason Statham for sure.
No question.
Yeah, no question.
Ifs, ands, or buts about it.
You're a fan.
Same thing, K-Faulk. What you got?
You said one person to live.
One person to play your life up to this point. Who you picking?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Now you know he about 5'4" too. You know that.
He don't look nothing like you.
He's no 6'6", 280.
He's also like
technology for.
That's what it's for. Look,
That's right. AI. Yeah.
My last one, and I'm gonna let y'all out the boom boom room. In today's age, it's difficult to stay at one spot.
Yeah.
You stayed at Ohio State. You stayed at Auburn.
Yeah.
Why?
I just wanted to be challenged. Going in there, I knew what I was in that room with another elite receiver all throughout my year, so I just wanted to be challenged. That's the only way to get better.
And then I was building something. I was building the culture at Auburn. So if I left, the culture went down.
I love that, man. Good job in the boom boom room. Unlock the door. Let them out, man. Let them out the boom boom room.
Titans first
Good job,
rounders,
guys.
Carnell, Tate, and Kendrick Faulk with us on 3HL Live from the Titans house. You mentioned staying at Ohio State, staying at Auburn. Yeah. I'm sure you had opportunities in off seasons to leave. Like, how did that process work?
I didn't have any opportunities. I never entered the portal, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but you know it doesn't matter if you're in the portal or not. You can't tell me there wasn't some kind of money offer.
I have no idea what I was worth. What about you, Kendrick?
Yeah, it was always opportunities to leave.
Yeah. But you want, I mean, Captain, you want to stay there. Jeremiah Smith reportedly turned down $10 million to stay.
That's great.
Everybody got their number they turned down. So
who knows what's right? All right. I have a question for you. Right? We were just talking 6'6", 280. Like, when growing up, were you like a big kid playing football early? When did you know football was your thing and you were going to be this stature of a guy?
I was always bigger than everybody.
Yeah.
My first year, like Little League football, I played running back.
I was going to say, they ain't going to let you carry the ball.
Yeah, but then like a year after that, they put a fat R on the back of my helmet.
Yeah, that weight restriction.
Yeah, we had double stripes. We had double stripes back in my day, yeah.
Did you have the weight restriction too?
Oh, yeah.
You know it.
I know about it, yeah.
You didn't have it, did you?
Not at all.
Just make weight.
So when did you guys know that you had this ability? 5-star players, first-round draft picks. Yeah. When did you know you had something special?
Shoot, when I hit midway through my sophomore year is when of college is where I knew I could be an NFL draft pick.
Yeah.
Carnell. That's what I knew for sure. Like I always wanted to be one, but I knew for sure then.
Mine was my freshman year when I was able to go out there and play alongside guys like Marv and like Emeka. So I knew I had the talent to play on the same field as them. So I knew I had the talent to play at the next level.
So you've mentioned so many amazing wide receivers, right? That you've played with, practiced with. Like, what do you pull from them? What have you learned from some of those great wide receivers that you've practiced with over the years?
Yeah, during my years there, I was fortunate enough to play alongside Marv and Emeka. From Marv was great. He was gifted. So I was able to take different moves from him, different routes he ran, different releases. So I was just able to take that and add that to my bag. And then Emeka was a pro off the field. So the way he carried himself, the routine he built, and then also the knowledge of the game he held, that allowed me to take that and add that to my bag.
No drops. last year.
No.
You know that? I'm sure you've heard that. What's the focus on that? Like, how? Why? Why are you able to be so good?
It's just consistency. Just going out there and finding ways to catch the ball, putting yourself in those difficult situations. It starts in practice with the guys across from you. So them preparing me for game days. Sometimes in practice it gets ugly, but on Saturdays we prevail.
Growing up in Alabama, there was no thought of Alabama at any point. Like you're 7 years old and you're like, go Roll Tide.
Man, yeah, when I first got the offer from Alabama, I wanted to commit then.
Never know. They always joke about, like, when you're in preschool in Alabama, you got to decide Auburn or Alabama. So I always ask that question. 4-3 defensive end in this Robert Saleh system. Have you kind of studied what they want from you at this point?
Yeah, I kind of know, what they want from me. It's similar to what I did at Auburn.
You will move around on the line.
Yeah, they said I will move around a lot. But them early downs, I'll be at wide 9 to 5, and then they will give me the freedom to go down and rush in the interior. So it's similar to what I did in Auburn. And then we attacking everything. So that's really what we did at Auburn.
What was I going to say there?
Are you talking about the video?
No.
Oh.
I totally lost my train of thought.
We're jumping all over the place, but okay. Favorite restaurant in Auburn? We have lots of Auburn fans that listen to our show.
Probably the Acre.
Okay, the Acre. That was past my time. They built that when I was gone. Yeah. Mine's still old school Mama Goldberg's.
Nah, Mama Goldberg's Mama Goldberg's cool.
Overrated, huh?
It's cool.
It's overrated. You can say it. It's overrated.
I ain't gonna say
okay.
Hey, let me ask you guys this, man. Community means a lot, both of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kid that's out there listening, goal-oriented. To get to this level, you got to be a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got, like, there's going to be a lot of people tell you that you can't do this, so you got to be foolish to believe in your dreams.
Yep.
What's something you would give one of those single-parent kids that's out there that's trying to get to where you are? He's 10, 11 years old on the way home right now. What would you say led you to this point, or a gem you could give them?
Man, just staying consistent. You know what I'm saying? Staying consistent with it, and then, once you get to that high school level, just pursue it as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Don't really focus on, the stars or, the big offers or none of that. Just focus on your opportunity.
Yeah.
You get your opportunity, make the best of it.
Taylor?
I think it starts with finding something you love. That's the beginning of it. If you don't love it, then you're not gonna have fun with it. So just starting there. Then, like he said, just being consistent. And I think that separates the good from the greats.
You certainly had fun during that national championship run. You got two Tennessee guys over here. That's going to be hard to answer this question, but how much fun did you have in that Tennessee game?
It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, man, I was up, man. I was on the field and everything, man. I knew it was a problem, man, when our boys ran out with their shirts off. I said, come on, dog. This ain't it. These boys used to that, man. Y'all probably was over there laughing and everything.
We was over there bundled up pregame, yeah.
Like, man, come on.
Did you guys talk about that when they ran out without
shirts?
shirts?
We said they was crazy. They go out there with no shirts on. It was super cold that day.
Too cold,
man.
That was too cold.
Where did Tater come from? Like, how long ago?
It depends. Like, that's like my last name, Tate. Somebody end up saying Tater Tot. I mean, yeah. So
is it like a kid nickname though?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah.
So when you go to Sonic, it's Tater Tots over fries.
I do.
He's like, actually, yeah.
So I know you're busy with college football seasons last year, but were you able to watch any of the Titans and Cam Ward specifically?
I did not. So on Sundays we practice. So we out there practicing on the field and meetings on Sunday. So we ain't able to watch no football.
I saw a picture of you and Cam in the facility. What did he say to you? What have you guys talked about? I know you're busy and you haven't gotten to sit down with him, but fill us in on the conversation with Cam.
He just said he's looking forward to having me. We can't wait to go out there and light it up together and put on the show.
I love your truthfulness and your transparency and your answers, because what you don't realize is you can't skip steps. So when you said it was a couple people that was like, man, what do you mean he ain't watching NFL? How?
you ain't in the NFL yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to be watching people to better yourself and be the premier guy on your level.
Right.
And I think both of y'all did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, you wasn't taking stuff from guys that was already in the league. You was taking stuff from the peers that was next to you that you saw that was dominant. So, man, y'all doing the right thing, man.
Appreciate
y'all
it. Thank you.
Appreciate you, fam.
Carnell, you been to Nashville before?
No, I ain't never been here.
Keldrick?
Well, welcome home.
Thank you.
Just to play.
Just to play.
Yeah.
I do want to let you know it's not all country music all the time. People outside of Nashville think that, and you can do that if you want to, but this town has so much to offer, man. Y'all are going to have blast. Good food, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Ain't no question. Wings. Y'all wings guys?
Oh, yeah, I like wings. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He's got a good place.
Okay.
Don't
Yep.
eat trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's legit too. Yeah. Cosign.
Hey, thank you guys.
I appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's great to meet you.
Yep, thank you. Thank
Appreciate
you for
y'all
having us.
hopping
on.
Yep, it's a pleasure
Enjoy the
meeting you all.
journey, man.
That hat looks good on y'all.
Thank you.
Man, I swear they blue look good.
It does, doesn't
Yeah, that
it?
new blue.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of it.
See, it's sweet.
There they are, Carnell Tate, Kendrick Faulk, the 2 first-round Titans picks. We've got more coming up. Stay tuned. Burke Nihill will join us, the team president, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay broadcasting live from Titans House. Babsy has her Auburn hat out.
Had to bring it for today. I told everybody that I wasn't going to be that annoying like Auburn fan that was so excited that Faulk's here, but I am that annoying Auburn fan that won't stop talking about it. So.
Well, I've got two at Auburn.
Today. Yes, he knows.
Burke Nihill, Titans president and CEO, with us on 3HL. Those are two impressive young men, man.
Yeah, they're. You see what Mike Borgonzi is trying to build in terms of an identity for that locker room, and you saw it last year with that draft class, and I think, with these two guys that he brought in, and we've got a chance to be around them a lot today, and they love football. They're high character guys. And it's really exciting to see what Mike's building.
Yeah, Kendrick Faulk, team captain at the age of 20. That tells you a lot. And then Carnell Tate.
And then didn't vote for it because he didn't want to vote for himself.
How about that?
I'm like, dude, you always have to vote for yourself.
Big Ten distinguished, easy for me to say. Scholar, athlete, Carnell Tate, academic All-American. And you can tell, just in the conversation we were able to have with them. What was the war room like for you guys last night? Exciting?
Yeah, it was more exciting than night one of last year. Last year was awesome, but there wasn't a lot of suspense, shall we say, when you're picking number one. Obviously, everyone was thrilled with the result to come out with two first-round picks and guys that Mike and his team were really excited about. As somebody who just sits in the back of the room and observes, the thing that I love is watching that team work. You know, everyone kind of knows their role. Going into that room, it's not like they're just kind of looking up at the board and guessing. They've put in months and months and months and months of work, understand every prospect, forwards, backwards, and sideways, and nothing is a surprise to them. And but just watching them, go through all the scenarios as things are coming up, we're really lucky to have that team in place.
Okay, was it a surprise to them that Faulk was still there when they moved up? Because I'm looking at all this stuff like metrics, and it's biggest steal is Faulk.
Yeah, look, I don't get into that level of detail with Mike and the team, but I think he had a quote last night that was something along the lines of, when you see a guy that you want and he's there, you just go get him. Yeah. And that he acted on it. I think
I like that. I like that aggressiveness.
I love that attitude. Yeah.
So we all were walking over doing the show at Nissan Stadium yesterday in the current building, and you walk up and you see the new stadium. Man, you guys get the keys in February, right?
February, so we're coming up on 10 months.
That's coming up, man, and it looks so good with the glass already in, and I know the first level of the roof, I think next month maybe.
The roof is such a complicated structure. Anything that is kind of permanent is done. But then they have you guys were in the building.
Yeah.
They have all of those stainless steel cords that they're draping across the building in a crisscross, and that takes months to actually lift those up, and then they fill in the pillows. But those cords, I've heard varying stats, but the last one I heard is every 6 inches, which is it's about 3 inches in diameter, every 6 inches weighs 24 pounds.
Ooh.
And so there's just
all the way up.
And they've got to pull it all the way up, get it in place, and then put the pillows in. But I took a crew over earlier today, Amy and Kenneth and a lot of other people from their families, and they hadn't seen the building in a few months. And every time it's just amazing to see this place come to life. And even I'm there all the time. I'm there usually 2 or 3 times a week, but we went in places today, and suddenly I looked in, and there's bathroom tile that has been laid out.
Wow.
So it's coming along.
That's serious.
Yeah, if you need anybody, like when it's complete and ready, Burke, like the little slumber party might stay over, just make sure everything's cool. I'm your guy.
Like a lock-in?
The old school vacation Bible school lock-ins.
Yeah, we should do like a Home Alone thing.
That's it. That's it. Have me running
you're just
around
exploring the space.
Yeah, I'll figure it out, man.
Maybe in a bathrobe, just
slay along.
We'll call you when we get closer. There's actually this thing that I learned so much about building from our team. Is so good at what they do. There is an event where we'll call you because we need lots of people.
Yeah.
you have to flush all of the toilets at the same time to be sure that the plumbing system can maintain it.
Are you serious?
I'm in
that's
on that.
100%.
That's a real thing.
That is a real thing.
Oh my gosh, can we please
I'm in on that.
put our applications in for this?
Yes. Yeah.
That is unreal.
I want in on that part.
Yeah, so we'll call you for that.
Okay.
Hey,
This is the most fascinating thing
Right?
we've heard on our show all day.
That's the most 3HL detail ever.
Yes, it is. Okay, well, how about this? Slay's like, oh, yeah, slumber party. I want to flush the toilet, whatever. I want to know what the first event is and if you can get us tickets and, like, what are we talking about? Because you get the keys in 10 months. Do we know timing?
There's a lot of people that would like to know what the first event is going to be. We're getting closer to being able to share more. It will be a concert in sometime probably mid to late April. So you get the keys, and you do have to get the kinks out. You have to do the giant flushing exercise and other things. We're gonna have lots of events where we get our fans through there. You know, people who've bought PSLs, they can come and see their seats, and so there will be weeks that we will do that sort of thing. But in terms of a first major event, we want to just be sure the building's ready, and so sometime in April, and it'll be a concert, but not a concert exactly in the same way that you're thinking about it. We're trying to think of a unique, only in Nashville kind of way to open up what I think is going to be one of the special buildings of the world.
That's where we can do our karaoke night. First event
That'd be it.
Stadium.
That'll probably hit like flushing the toilets at the same time.
We can do it both together.
You are not the first person to suggest karaoke at the stadium on those jumbotrons.
Yeah, that'll be it right there, man.
That's funny.
Right?
Well, I know you're
I wouldn't even charge. I wouldn't even charge y'all, Burke. I'd do it for free.
Burke Nihill with us on 3HL. I know you guys, it's been one of the intentions, certainly, to make it easier on people getting in, getting out, getting through concourses and upper levels. And you told us some stats that were really incredible between this current building and the new building in terms of elevators, in terms of escalators. And that, like, I can't see, like, development, construction, and all this stuff. Like, I can't look at a construction site and say, oh, that's what the building's going to look like. But when you hit me with numbers like that, that kind of stood out.
We just those very specific numbers. Our current building has 6 elevators for passengers, and so there's people that very often have to wait in lines to get into those elevators, and we're going to have 28 elevators. We have 4 escalators, and we will have 44 escalators in the new building. Things like bathroom stalls. Talking a lot about bathrooms, but
it's important for your experience.
On a per person basis, it's literally double the stalls. So the concessions, we're going to have some great bar sorts of experiences where people can go and stay a while if they want. But if somebody's just trying to get their food, we've got fully frictionless concessions all around the building where we can take transaction times down from 2-3 minutes while you're waiting for somebody to figure out what they want in line in front of you. You go in, you grab it, you walk right back out. Technology takes care of the transaction, and you can be back in your seat in 30 seconds. The thing about a lot of us who actually work on the business side is a lot of us didn't start off working in sports. We're fans of sports. We're fans of teams. So we come with this experience of bringing our families to games or concerts and dealing with the things that are inconvenient. You see enough things that you think, why wouldn't the team that we support do that sort of thing? When you see a good thing happening in another building, we tried to bring all of the good into this building and eliminate as much of the inconvenience. And I think people are going to be really pleased when they get in and see that that's what we did.
The biggest disappointment for me in the entire thing is that we can't blow up the current stadium and have Dawn push the lever.
Piece by piece.
So much satisfaction.
Piece by piece.
Yeah.
So how long is that process going to last?
Yeah.
It'll take probably 6 to 9 months to be completely flat and usable. So there's a crunch machine that actually comes and breaks up the building. It's we're doing what we can to get as much of the memorabilia out of the building as we can, while also being able to open up for Titans games by August and having the views of downtown look awesome. Yeah. And so we're under the gun to get that memorabilia out, including seats, but slices of turf and signs around the building and that sort of thing. And we'll have a website pretty soon where fans can come on and if they're interested in that memorabilia, be able to take some of that home.
Oh, I love that. Like you mentioned family, and we go to these events. Like Baby Bab's first ever football game was a Titans game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, that was the first football game, the first stadium seat she sat in. I might have to go purchase one of those chairs or something.
To your point, I know this. When Neyland Stadium went from artificial turf to grass, they sold little squares of the turf, and I have one.
Yeah, it's something that we hear a lot, and we really want to accommodate as much as we can while still staying with the construction schedule. So we've had more people than you could imagine trying to figure out how to do this in an efficient way, in a fair way, and so more details to come soon. But we'll have a plan.
So there will be a website where people.
There will be a website, likely linking to newnissanstadium.com, but details to come. Just stay tuned. We do have a plan.
Be cool.
Put it on the to-do list to check in a couple months.
Yeah. You ready to comment on the Super Bowl or
WrestleMania?
I am not ready to comment on the Super Bowl, other than to say, like, it'd be a great disappointment if we didn't have a Super Bowl here and multiple Super Bowls here. So certainly, it was. What day was that? Friday or Saturday last week when
no, we were on the
national commentator.
It was Monday.
Yeah, that was an interesting day.
But he found out Friday.
That was an interesting day of getting text messages about something that is, not remotely accurate in terms of how specific he was, but it's something that of course we're pursuing. We say it all the time, right?
Yeah.
Every Super Bowl year that's up for bid, we're going to be pursuing it and believing we're going to have the best bid out there, and so and what we've also said is we don't want to get a Super Bowl. We want to be ready to host multiple Super Bowls and so
other events.
Yeah, that means working with the NFL to be sure that they're comfortable that the city's ready and that the stadium's ready, and so we will have Super Bowls in Nashville, and everyone will know when there's time for an actual announcement.
So it was fascinating because I felt like when we were in San Francisco, I looked at it through a different lens, knowing the stadium was coming, knowing that you guys were there, kind of going through everything to see what all goes into it. Like, what would fans find maybe the most surprising about what a city, team, franchise, everything has to deal with and has to make happen when it comes to bringing a Super Bowl to town?
Oh, I mean, it is a citywide effort to be sure that the world's biggest event is ready in terms of hotels, in terms of how people are getting around, in terms of all of the other venues. I think a lot of people think Super Bowl and they think of the game, but you guys have been out to Super Bowls. It is a week-long citywide festival. A lot of this stuff is free for people who live in town. Some of the things, there's just great fan events. There's sponsors from every industry are setting up venues, and so there's just a lot of work to be sure that those venues exist, that they're in the right places, that the hotels can accommodate all of the people that are coming in from all around the world. So those are all the things that we've been working on for years and years and years. And I would tell you personally, knowing the NFL folks, knowing what it is they're looking for, knowing this city, we're not going to have any shortcomings in that analysis. If anything, a Nashville Super Bowl will be to a Super Bowls as the Nashville draft was to NFL drafts. I think what we will ultimately do when we get that opportunity as a city is just set a new high watermark.
Well, and plus Nashville won't look anything like it does now in 2030, right? Like, so I know there are 51 projects that are approved of 16 stories or taller. 51.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's wild.
It's and things like hotels, if you go back 10, 12 years, there was a question about whether Nashville had enough hotel rooms. Today it has plenty, and I don't know the stat, but it's thousands and thousands of hotel rooms are going to be coming online between now and 2030, 2031, 2032 in there.
So watching the draft, I went
like how
home
he
and
included more years than 2030.
yeah, he did. Yeah. That was very PR top notch there, Burke. So I went back and rewatched the draft coverage and all that, and I heard Goodell say, "Oh, Pittsburgh, you broke the record, the first day record," and I was like, well, crap, we got to have it back now. We got to break the record again.
I heard that. I didn't believe that.
I didn't either. I thought was our 600,000 number like total for all 3 days or something?
600,000 was the total for But to give you a sense of where it was at the time, I think the high water mark at that point was 200,000 for the weekend, and we got to 600,000. So it was 3x. Now, look, I think every city that's taken on the draft since Nashville hosted the draft, has done a really, really good job. And I thought the images from Pittsburgh were awesome.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it was the best.
Right.
That they had the most people there.
I mean, they tried to do what we did.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know.
Well,
That's
the
right.
Titans laid the foundation, so now everybody knows, hey, we can do this.
Yeah.
And I get that question a lot too. I do think at some point the NFL would bring the draft back, but the draft they actually had said was an opportunity to bring the NFL to cities that will never get a Super Bowl. I'm hoping that we become disqualified under that analysis at some point. And yet, I think it was such a special draft. I do think at some point I could see them looking at it and going, hey, let's bring it back, just as one special occasion.
Get over there.
So when are we testing all the toilets? Flush them all at once. When are we doing that?
I'll have to check. Probably sometime in January, February.
Let me check over there right there.
You know, he's like, I shouldn't have told 3HL that. Now
This is exactly who you should tell that to.
Other than that, Burke, will it be like tours put on for people that you gotta have PSLs, or like construction workers when it's done, will they get to run?
Construction workers, we are trying to show them as much love today and will forever, because we got 2,000 people on site a day that are just doing an awesome. It's not even just that they're there.
Yeah.
The work is such quality work, and they're grinding, doing just great things. But we will have all sorts of things for people who purchase PSLs, and we'll have a lot of fun with the building before we actually have its first events.
There you go.
That's like a small town, 2,000 people.
It is.
I got a comment for you from the chat. Captain Donut writes in.
Captain Donut.
Will there be turkey legs at the new stadium? We miss turkey legs.
In all caps, Bert.
You can consider that in the suggestion box. Turkey legs.
Want the turkey legs.
We are really, really proud of the work we've done on food. It's things like just being able to get back to your seat. That's a food thing, right?
Absolutely.
But we've got standards like everything has to be good. I mean, every chicken tender, every hot dog, everything has to be awesome. But we're working with as many local vendors as we can to get local food into the building. I think food is going to be one of the great stories about this building once it opens up.
Burke Nihill, team president of Titans, CEO. So I have this saying about like criticism that I get or we get or whatever, that you don't take criticism from someone whom you will not take advice from. We try to tell people all the time, because sometimes people hit us with, and you get involved, like Burke, blah, 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 all this stuff. And we try to say, he's on the business side. He's not even on the football side. Yeah. How do you handle the criticism that comes with the job that you have?
Man, I mean, it's an honor to be able to punch in a key code at an NFL team every day. And it definitely comes with the territory that people are going to have opinions on everything. And I think as a team, we looking back at the last few years, we haven't won enough games, right? Yeah. And I think everyone in the organization, the focus has been on being awesome in everything that we do. And so certainly, yes, I wake up in the morning and my focus is on helping to build a stadium that's great, helping to, like the things like the rebrand. Those are the things that I definitely personally focus on.
Done that better. I said it in the moment. Like you that is, I don't know if people understand how big of a thing that is to change a corporation's identity, basically. And y'all handled that so well.
There's a team that if I started listing people would just take way too long. But these are just people that came together, did some of their life's best work in that environment. But all that to say, all of us are also really focused on helping the team be a winning football team, right? Yeah. And to make sure that the players have everything they need, and Coach Saleh has everything he needs, and Mike Borgonzi has everything he needs to get back to being great at football. Because we know at the end of the day, anybody who's following our team and cares about our team, that's what's ultimately going to make them most satisfied in following our team is having a winning team and having some Lombardi trophies in that lobby.
The football girlie writes on YouTube, I'm in on the big flush.
Big flush, man. People want in on it.
I thought we'd have some takers.
Yeah. You know, the raffle, that went off, man.
Raffle it off.
Man,
right?
People want to flush some toilets, man.
Which section do you get? Exactly. Burke, thanks for coming on, man, and having us out here. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it's always an honor to be on, and thanks for coming out to Titans House today.
Thank you. I love this place.
This is great.
I want to move here.
in the Titans house.
Yeah. I want to live here.
Let's check in on Babsy at the Titans house. Just put cameras around, do a reality TV show.
Yeah.
She did say she wants to have an event here.
Yeah.
Can she do that?
We can make that happen.
Okay.
We're actually, I'm getting a little sad. We're gonna not have this place in about a year because it's designed basically to introduce people to the stadium and to help them find the seats they're looking for, and we're running out of opportunities to sell people seats. It's been a really successful place for us, and so I'm gonna be sad to see it go.
NewNissanStadium.com. Thank you, Burke Nihill.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
More 3HL next at Titans House. We'll be right back. HL 104.5 The Zone. What a busy couple of days.
Got it done.
Appreciate y'all being with us as we broadcast live from Titans House. I like the lighting in here. I like kind of dim lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have like the shelf in this room with the lighting. You know, people have that, but they have blue lighting.
That's dope.
Looks good. We're going to take a picture in a little bit.
Oh, yes, we are.
Front and back.
Front and back. Got to take the front and back because we got our names on the back of our jerseys. Man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is there a place in here that looks better than others?
I think over there on the shelf.
On the shelf?
Yeah. Elf on the shelf. Right there?
It looks like we're in the library if we go over there.
Man, no, we're in the Titans house, dog.
It's a bunch of built-ins, and they have, like, books and stuff.
Where else would we take it, yo?
Vases.
Where you want to take it?
Over there by the model, probably. Oh, the balloon arch.
I ain't seen it.
It's in there.
Okay.
Titans House Balloon Arch. I've got a stat. Dawn found it too. And this is pretty interesting. All right, so from Adam Carter.
This is a great one.
The only Power 4 wide receiver prospect since 2018 with a passer rating when targeted over 140, a contested catch rate of more than 68%, and a missed tackle rate of more than 20%, Justin Jefferson, JSN, A.J. Brown, and Carnell Tate. That's it.
Good company. I don't even know what it means. Say it again. There's a lot going on.
I mean, listen, it's cherry picked.
I know the company was good.
But here's the I always say it, like you can find some kind of stat to support your thought, and it is cherry picked because it's 68%.
Right.
You know, why not do 80, right? Because then it doesn't fit.
What's it?
I get it, but it's still.
You probably have no guys. That's a high number for contested catch.
I'm being facetious, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why do you pick 68%? Because it fits your narrative.
What was it?
You're not going to go 67 because then it's going to add some wide receiver who isn't great. But anyway, 6-7. So,
we don't do that
Ross,
anymore.
I know, sorry.
No, we gotta
it's
do
not
it,
cool.
We don't do that
Am
anymore.
I bringing her back into bad habits?
I do like
Three different stats.
You know how some people are superfluous with their words and trying to deliver a message?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell does that mean?
What is that? What'd you just say?
Superfluous.
Yeah, you use a lot of words.
Is that in the dictionary?
To be descriptive, yes. You use a lot of words to be descriptive. Or you can be to the point. Ross is to the point guy. He goes, 5:55:15, finish talking.
Yeah, damn right. Finish talking. 5:55:15.
Hush it.
Dang, Ross.
Hush it after.
Finish talking.
Got a draft.
At least it didn't say stop talking.
Zip it.
Finish talking.
Okay, I'm going to do this again.
Okay.
The only Power 4 wide receiver prospect since 2018, there are only 4 of them, with a passer rating when targeted over 140. So when the quarterback targets that receiver, his passer rating is over 140.
Okay.
That's a huge number. A contested catch rate of more than 68%. To Don's point, that's picked for a reason. But that's a high number, too. And a missed tackle rate of more than 20%. Justin Jefferson, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, A.J. Brown, and Carnell Tate. The only ones in 9 years.
So they got to catch it and make somebody miss. How do people find this?
I don't know.
That's amazing.
Analytics, man.
It's amazing.
I don't know. Get
You can
Don's
put it
sports
all
on
in a
this
program.
little all 22.
Oh, no,
I really actually do think I could probably
That's a
find
different
all
animal
of
what she
that.
got.
Yeah,
She's had Kendrick Faulk going the whole time we've been doing the show.
I have.
And it's crystal clear.
It's,
good God.
it's
Did
so
y'all
cool.
see? Go ahead.
No.
Did y'all see the story
Nope. Not going.
about the Steelers? I always love the weird draft stories.
There were
I
some.
heard. I missed it, though.
That's the craziest one in
So
the first round.
one that's not getting talked about enough, I think, is the Chiefs wanted Carnell Tate, and the Titans took him, and they couldn't believe it. And so then they're like, we got to go get the next player on our board, and that's Mansour Delane. So they traded up because of that.
They also aren't used to being in this position.
Yeah,
They
they're not
usually are
yeah.
at the end of the first round.
That's
so.
right. And then Carnell Tate said he was surprised he went that high. I love how these guys
And so was
operate,
Falk.
man.
But then I've seen like 5 different sites that, you know, they're experts, whatever, put out their biggest steal of the first round. And it's every single one of them, Kendrick Faulk.
I've seen that a lot today, too.
Every single one of them. So there you go. And then you got Zach, Alabama Roll Tide hater, in there just saying, I thought it was too high. I don't know. Why do you move up to get him? I'm like, no, you're just a hater.
Yeah, they said Zach was going off last night.
It's okay.
I got to go check it.
Yeah, so I had to check him over text during his show today.
So Zach comes straight out of the Leapers Fork House of Spirits and just starts texting you about Kendrick Faulk.
Yes.
He was tweeting. He was tweeting late last night. He was tweeting when he woke up this morning.
Yeah, they say he was a Twittiac.
Football and other F words will be at Leapers Fork House of Spirits tonight for rounds 2 and 3. And then I think they're at the.
Can
that's
Faulk
in
go
Franklin.
back to
That's in
school
Franklin.
and the Titans get a do-over?
See.
That's what he said to me. And to which I responded with 8 million War Damn Eagle, and Eagle emojis.
War Damn Eagle and Eagle emoji.
Yes. All of the
Should
things.
put a tiger in there, too.
Zach should have stayed and asked him.
Don't.
Should stay what?
Stayed here and asked him.
I didn't see him when I walked in.
Yeah,
you think he was avoiding me?
No, they got out of here pretty quick. They went that way. Y'all came in this way.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was in there working. They went walking.
Slade, why do we always come in where all the stairs are?
Every single time.
That's dumb on our part.
It is.
That's
I think
dumb.
we park closer to an exit, though.
Don, you scare some people
Only
now.
thing I can come up with.
You scare some people. Like, if I
Were you
pissed
scared of
off-
her before you knew her? Or did you become scared of her after you knew her?
I'll tell you when I became scared of her, when I was doing, it was one of the first times I did a remote for y'all, and she snapped at me for playing the music too long, and I was like, I'm never making that mistake again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That happened today, too.
I was just letting her ride.
I snapped at Zeph today.
Yes, you did.
She's trying to not act scary now. It ain't working.
I'm the nicest person ever. You should have seen me yesterday. Woo!
Rolling.
Me and Kirby almost got in a fist fight.
I can hear you.
Kirby Allen Kirby. Well, Kirby just couldn't stop touching. Like, we finally got it working. Like,
Dude,
stop touching it.
Just want to tweak it.
Stop tweaking. Just don't touch it.
Shout out to all the tweakers.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
So is Zeph producing us right now, or is he gone?
No, it's Kroll. Kroll's producing.
Oh, hi.
Man, I thought his name was Cruel. Like,
Kroll?
Don't be cruel.
Don't be cruel.
How do you say it? Kroll?
I say cruel.
Kroll? Do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Have you seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
Yeah.
I ain't seen it.
But only like a couple times.
And do you remember Matthew McConaughey, Kate Hudson named his, you know what?
Oh.
Named it Cruel?
Mm-hmm. Kroll.
Huh.
Why? From Superman?
I don't know.
Is that where Kroll's from?
I don't know. That's not his name.
Superman?
His name is Cruel.
And then she
None of y'all know?
got them a dog.
Moses, we're the same
And
age.
she named the dog that.
Huh.
Why have I not heard from?
Cruel, can you speak?
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, how do you spell your name? How do you say it? Where does it come from?
You spell it Krull, Kroll.
Kroll?
There was actually a movie, like some space movie in the 80s.
Superman.
Yeah, called Kroll.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know a ton about it, but yeah.
Maybe you should watch it, bro.
Yeah,
you were named after that movie.
Famous.
Sounds about right.
Well,
Kroll.
the story I was trying to get to.
Kroll Warrior King.
The Steelers were on the phone. They were picking 21. The pick 20 was up, which was the Eagles.
Yeah.
So they
It was
were
the
on
Cowboys
clock.
at first.
It was Cowboys in the trade. So the Eagles traded to try to get this dude. And so they're trying to call USC wide receiver Mekhi Lemon, who was the Biletnikoff Award winner last year. He was on the phone with Pittsburgh, who was picking the next pick. So he didn't answer when they called. They took him anyway. And so Philadelphia took Mekhi Lemon while he was on the phone with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's real.
So
Get
awkward.
the job done. I like that. It don't matter who you're talking to. We got you.
Well, that trade was crazy anyway.
Tell them, you can hang over with them, buddy.
It's over for them.
We got our guy.
They're out of here.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And the Steelers then shifted to an offensive tackle.
Yeah, that was real.
What else was crazy in the draft? What did you see? Oh,
Hi, Simpson.
did you see your guy
Simpsons?
Reuben Bain Jr. that was just like,
I loved it.
I don't want anything to do with this guy. You loved it? I don't. I thought it was such a I probably can't say that word.
Why? He was emotional, man.
It was
a
such
big
a
moment.
DB move.
To cry?
No, where he didn't put the hat on.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
The
just saw the
selfie cam where you put the hat, the mirror cam, you put the hat on and you whatever. He just grabbed it and rolled right through. I didn't like it. Tampa
rocking with him.
fans are
Oh, me
like,
too.
that's my guy.
Yeah,
He
Dude, when Jason,
don't give me any of this BS. Let's go.
when Jason Licht was talking to him and he was crying and like you could tell like this.
No,
is a huge
I'm
moment
fine
and all
with that,
those-
yeah.
He gonna
those things.
be-
But what that showed me, and this is why I sent it to y'all because I knew you would agree with me. That showed me that dude is going to go to work.
Yeah, he PO'd.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. Like he
Tired all the arm
Yep.
talk. By the way, Kendrick Faulk's arms are 34 inches.
Dude,
That's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
34 inches,
Yeah. Hands big too.
but he looks so lean.
Every bit of it.
Like, I can't believe he's 6'6", 280,
And they
y'all.
said he can play inside.
Does he
Wow.
look 6'6", 280? Like, he
He
does,
looks 6'6".
but he
That's what he
looks
looks
just,
6'6",
like, lean.
Them hands violent. That's a guarantee.
That's
Them hands
that
violent,
shows
bro.
up. The power and the
Yeah.
violent, that shows
Yeah.
up.
Like even if he lose,
Everywhere.
like yours said, he may be one of those guys that lose a couple pounds. I don't think that power going anywhere though. He gonna sustain that, man.
So at the end of the day,
Yep.
where are you guys?
I'm happy with it.
Okay.
I told y'all I was going to be happy no matter what. But when they got a second first-round pick, I'm like, okay, this is how you build a roster in terms of talent.
Let's go.
Theoretically, like, yeah.
And you got a big piece defensively.
Yep.
Now, and you can rotate and do what you want to do with your system. You know exactly what your system is and what works in it, and that's what you saw out of Faulk. Then offensively, you did something to help out your quarterback. If that would have been your guy at 12, if you trade back, then great. You took him at 4.
Yep.
You got your guy.
I think they're going to be very impressionable, too. You know what I mean? By the leaders that are on that team, like Big Jeff, Cam, you know what I mean? Like
they'll be able to be mentored and taught.
I like this.
Yeah.
Second round starts at 6 o'clock, and Titans currently have a third-round selection tonight, so we'll see what happens. We will figure that out. One more quick note. Ohio State with 4 players to go in the first round. That gives them a total of 99 in their history. That's the most ever in college football. On a run.
Oof.
We appreciate you guys, including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. If you missed the interview with the first-round draft picks, certainly find that where you get your podcasts.
Please.
Hopefully we were able to make you laugh today. 3HL Organized Chaos. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you were a first-round pick. We got 2 of them. Tighten up.
Tighten up.